NCAA standings are fun to watch. And we really won't talk about an NCAA league game for a while because next week, of course, is the Sterling tournament. We have that schedule also that we will go over. But coming into tonight, Minneapolis at the lead of the pack along with Southeast of Saline. Both teams are 4-0 in league play. Minneapolis is 6-1. They're at Beloit tonight. That'll be a game worth keeping an eye on. Of course, Southeast of Saline here in Clay Center. This is a non-league game. Southeast 6-2 in overall. They're tied with Minneapolis for the league lead. Ellsworth coming in at 5-3. They're 3-2 in league play. They're at Sacred Heart tonight. Sacred Heart 4-4, 2-1 in league play. Beloit 5-3 overall, 3-2 in league play. Then you have Republic County and Lions rounding out the basement of the NCAA. This is a fun game. I've always liked this matchup. Two non-league schools kind of getting after it. When you look at Clay Center, they're kind of a smaller 4A. When you look at Southeast, they're kind of in the middle of 3A. When you look at classifications, I think it's a good matchup. And boy, this Tiger team this year, they are really reaping the benefit of not having very many seniors last year. They still don't have very many seniors, but what they have is a good, solid group with a lot of playing time.
Yeah, they do, and we saw they were really, really young last year. This year, they're just young, right? They're like only 3 seniors. But the emphasis of their offense, the emphasis of their defense, the best players, Lily Edwards, who's only a sophomore. And so when you have a team like that, it's always fun to build around a player that can do, so many things like Lily Edwards can do. We saw Sports in Kansas kind of highlight her earlier on in the week. There's so many things that she can do. She's had just scoring outbursts so far this season. That's going to be your point of emphasis right now if you're Shauna Smith, is how do you control her? But yeah, if you're Coach Dalton Heist from Clay Center, you're really liking where you're at. We saw them come off their first loss of the season. I mean, their last game, they lost to Rock Creek. They haven't lost all season. Big-time matchup. It's another top 10 4A matchup that they lost. So I'm sure Coach Heist is interested to see how his Clay Center team's gonna handle tonight after a loss.
Yeah, that game between Rock Creek and Clay Center just came on Tuesday. Rock Creek was able to win. It was a single-digit game. So you want to see, first of all, how Clay Center's going to react from that. You also want to see how they play with Southeast of Saline, regardless of who's on the floor. When you look team to team, this is a Southeast of Saline team, though smaller than Clay Center as far as enrollment goes. They have Clay Center's respect. This has been a pretty good series over the last couple of years, and of course Southeast of Saline got the victory last year, 46-42. If I remember right, you correct me here, I believe Southeast of Saline on the girls' side has won the last 3, right?
I believe so. And last year was one of those games you saw that it was just the senior leadership of Southeast Saline. They jumped up to a big lead. I think maybe 15 points at one point, and Clay Center just kept chipping back, and then all of a sudden it was hold on to your seats because Clay Center was coming back. And Clay Center just couldn't make that. They couldn't shrink the lead. It was Shauna Smith's 100th win as a Southeast Saline head coach. It was a big-time win, and it was off the heels of a really disappointing loss last year. Southeast Saline lost to Smoky Valley in the finals of the Sterling Invitational Tournament, which is coming up next week, just kind of a difference, of when this season's happening. But it was a huge win for Southeast. But here's what I love about this matchup, Devin. It seems like no matter when this game happens, somebody's always ranked, right? Like this year now, it's Clay Center. Last year was also Clay Center. The year before that, it was Southeast Saline. Like somebody's always in the top 10 of their, respective class. It's what makes this matchup so much fun every single year.
We will step away one final time. When we come back, we'll have starters for you and the tip. We'll get this one started for you. It is Southeast of Saline on the road to take on Clay Center. Back with more after the 60-second timeout. Countdown to tip-off brought to you by L&L Advisors.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash. Thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity, you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back to Clay Center. Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith here in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, ready to fire this one off. Let's go over the starting lineups first for the Clay Center Tigers. They are under the direction of head coach Dalton Heist. They will start Miley McGee, a 5'8 junior, 6.5 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. Lily Edwards is the name and the face you want to keep an eye on. 5'10 sophomore. She is averaging 17.5 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Janae Crimmins, a 5'9 senior, 6 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist a half per game. Isla Johnson, a 6-foot senior, 8.5 points, 5 rebounds a game. And Reagan McDonald, another 6-foot senior, 11 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist per game. Clay Center comes in. They are 7-1 on the season. They are currently ranked 5th by the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association out of Class 4A and the North Central Kansas League. For the Southeast of Saline Trojans, under the direction of Shauna Smith, assisted by Steve Reedy and Kylie Holmes, they will start Addison Rohr, a 5'7 senior, averaging 2.5 points, 4 rebounds, and a half assist per game. Along with her is Sutton Douglas, the 5'7 junior, 7 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist per game. Sutton Douglas leads this team in offensive rebounding. Abba Pearson is a 5'7 junior, 9.5 points per game. Abba leads this team in rebounding at 4.6 rebounds per contest. Reese Heinrich, a 5'1 freshman point guard, 7 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist and a half per game. And Kaya Samuelson, the Southeast of Saline leading scorer at 10 points a game. The 5'7 freshman also leads Southeast of Saline in assists and steals. She gets 3.5 rebounds, 3 assists per game, and 25 steals so far on the season. Southeast of Saline comes in. They have won 4 in a row. And they have also been on a streak here as of late where they have won 6 of their last 7. Tyler Smith, your new image audio. Keys to success here for Southeast of Saline.
Devin, tonight's a measuring stick, okay? Like, you come into this game, if Vegas had odds in this game, Southeast Saline is not favored by any means, all right? They're definitely the underdogs. Tonight's all about it's veterans versus newcomers, right? We've seen this series in the years past. It's been the veterans that have won it, and usually that's been the Southeast side because they've had more veterans. This year, that's all flowed. There's more seniors on this Clay Center team. They're more seasoned. It'll be interesting to see how this young Trojans team can handle a Clay Center Tigers team.
Samuelson and Johnson in the center circle in that big Tiger paw. Johnson will win the tip for Clay Center. They'll have the first possession. Southeast of Saline here defending, wearing their road purple jerseys. They've been wearing those jerseys out this week, and that will continue next week with the Sterling tournament. Here's a loose ball in the middle of the lane. It's going to be fished out by Clay Center. A jumper from the left-hand side is no good. There's Addison Rohr with the rebound. A stop for Southeast on their first possession. Long pass up the floor. It will go to Samuelson. Now they'll dump it off to Addison Rohr in the right-hand corner on the opposite side of the floor. Reese Heinrich thought about a 3. Little fake there. Now she gives it up. Ball in the hands of Sutton Douglas, top of the circle. Sutton finds Addison Rohr for a big, heavy ball fake. Now to Samuelson, who wants to drive. She finds Pearson, outstanding alone. 3-point range off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound will be taken down by Miley McGee.
Yeah, nice baseline move by Samuelson right there. Great catch from Abba. I love that catch. I love the pass. Abba, it's a shot that you'll take right there with the baseline 3.
Here's an entry pass inside to Reagan McDonald. She sweeps across the lane, tries to get the baby hook with the left hand, cannot, but she is fouled, and the foul will go against Addison Rohr. It's the first foul of the game.
And a lot of the credit for this team goes to Lily Edwards, but it's the bigs from Clay Center that make you play inside out defensively. You have to control Edwards, you have to control Johnson. They're monsters down low as the first free throw goes. So you spend so much time, so much attention defensively on them. It frees Edwards up as the sophomore point guard that can kind of just do whatever. But that's how you have to decide who's going to beat you. Like, who are you going to give points to? Where's your emphasis going to be defensively if you're the Trojans tonight?
2 free throws up and good, and you know as well as I do, anytime you're 4'8" and under and you have a couple of 6-footers that you can throw out there together, you're going to be a dangerous, dangerous weapon. Here's Southeast inside. Sutton Douglas with the power bounce, tried to score on the right-hand side of the basket, got buried underneath the hoop. She could not, and Clay Center pulls away the loose ball. Tigers now with a skip pass through this defense. Crimmins has it on the right-hand side. Back inside to McDonald. That's no good. Rebound, Reese Heinrich. Here comes the little freshman point guard. She'll fire it off right-hand side to Abba Pearson. Pearson dances with the dribble. Now finds Samuelson, middle of the floor. Back to Heinrich. Now Pearson. They're overloading the right-hand side. Pearson had the ball poked away. Now she's going to go to the basket. Ball again deflected on the shot, and Clay Center has it. Long pass up the floor. McDonald nearly traveled with it, it looked like, but she's going to pull it back out. Clay Center's going to hit a little mini reset here. And a traveling violation against the Tigers.
And Devin, that's just great defense from the freshman Kaya Samuelson right there. You saw a great jump stop. Everything was done properly, but I thought that right there it looked like Ayla Johnson expected more contact. The contact wasn't there. Samuelson moved out of the way. It's a travel on Clay Center.
2-0 Tigers. They lead Southeast of Saline. Southeast has had a couple of looks at it. Not really great looks, but they are so far scoreless, and now Reese Heinrich is going to get whistled with a traveling violation, and Southeast of Saline will give this back on their first turnover of the evening.
Yeah, and you're going to see the most intense defense you've seen this season so far, right? And this is something that the freshmen that we talk about it all the time. They're learning every single possession. Reese will calm down. She'll be fine, but right there she was caught with a travel just because of the constant pressure that she's been given from Clay Center.
There's a hop into the three-point line. Ayla Johnson, now she's going to flip it out to McGee for a three-pointer. That's no good, and a putback is a foul called inside. Boy, Clay Center's going to score the basket. They're also going to absorb the foul, and the foul will go against Sutton Douglas, and an and-one opportunity inside for Reagan McDonald.
Yeah, and it looked like Douglas had decent position, but sometimes the shots that are missed so bad, and that three-point shot was missed extremely short, just off the heel of the backboard right there. It was an easy and-one opportunity. It was an easy offensive rebound from McDonald. She hits that free throw. All
5 points belong to Reagan McDonald so far. The senior, 6 foot, off to a good start. Southeast of Saline has it now on the right-hand side. Heinrich with it. She'll go between her legs with the dribble. Now load it to Sutton Douglas. Left-hand side, Samuelson with it. She'll turn on a defender. The defender knocks the ball out of bounds. It's Janae Crimmins over there defensively for Clay Center. And substitutions begin. The first one for Southeast of Saline. Reagan Duran will check into this game. She will replace Sutton Douglas.
Yeah, and Clay Center's defense right now, they're staying man-to-man, and that's one thing that I know is giving Shauna Smith a little bit concerned. They'll switch their defenses up just from possession to possession, but right now, really hardcore man-to-man defense.
Abba Pearson finds a soft spot on the right-hand side along the short corner baseline, and her first basket draws the first Southeast of Saline points of the night.
And Devin, it was last year Pearson had 13 against Clay Center, and she did a lot of it by attacking the basket right there. We talk about how she's fallen in love with the three a little bit this year. It's nice to see her get the 15-footer.
There's a quick shot up, a flip by Miley McGee, and her first basket goes in. It's the first Lady Tiger to score other than Reagan McDonald.
Well, McGee right there did a good job just finding the soft spot of the zone. She got a nice little 10-footer that she was able to put through.
There's a loose ball now, rolls all the way to the backcourt. Southeast of Saline's going to be tagged with a turnover. It's their second of the game, and Clay Center will get it back.
Yeah, you're seeing that defense just cause problems. They're making difficult passes, even perimeter-to-perimeter passes. Usually those are easy gimme passes that you can make, kind of get your offense set up. Clay Center's having none of that. They're making every pass and catch extremely difficult for Southeast.
Clay Center with the basketball, working on the right-hand side. They drive all the way to the baseline. Now a long pass out for a three-point attempt that's no good. Duran will clean up the rebound for Southeast of Saline. Here come the Lady Trojans as we work our way towards the halfway point of the first quarter. 4:19 left to go. And into the game for a bucket and a foul is Annabelle Viales as she scores, and she's going to have a chance at a three-point play.
And Devin, that bucket was made by the positioning that Viales got by establishing her post position right there. She created such a great angle. She used just a powerful move to get the ball. It's a great pass from Duran. It's a strong finish from Viales to the free throw line for an and-one opportunity.
Reagan McDonald comes out of the game. The free throw by Viales is no good, but a rebound by Reagan Duran, and they're going to call a lane violation on Clay Center here. I'm not sure which is better for Southeast. Would you rather?
I was thinking the exact same thing. An offensive rebound wasn't horrible right there. We'll put Viales back to the line.
Annabelle does her due diligence, knocks down the free throw on the second chance, makes Clay Center pay for that lane violation. 7-5, Southeast of Saline back within two. They go high post here for Ramey Lipker, who has just checked into the game. And Southeast of Saline takes it away. Here come the Lady Trojans from SES. Pearson, middle of the floor. Passes it off to Heinrich. Now Duran. Duran draws all the attention. Out to Pearson for three. That won't go down. Fight for the rebound. Viales inside. Fading away from the basket. Her shot misses badly. And Duran, another rebound. Reagan Duran is turning into a rebounding machine for Southeast. Here is a three from Duran. off the mark, no good. Ball on the floor, a scrum at the baseline. It's off of Southeast and out of bounds. Sprinting in to try to get that rebound was Kaya Samuelson.
And Devin, let's rewind this about 15 seconds back to Vialis' offensive rebound. That's something that she gets older. Only a sophomore right now, but she's got to go strong to the bucket and not shoot that fadeaway. Vialis has to know her strength is her strength, if you will. She can't fade away. She's got to go into the bucket right there, and that's something you hope she learns as she continues to mature.
McGee opened down low, then Samuelson was able to close up on her and bother that shot. Southeast of Saline pulls it away. Pearson now to Samuelson to Heinrich. Heinrich, center of the floor, plays it left to Durant. Reagan looking inside, nothing there for Viales. Now they work it around the perimeter. Here's Samuelson's first shot of the night. It's a three-pointer on the right wing. That's no good. Pearson with the rebound. She is stripped going up. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Southeast of Saline as they will have a chance to run some baseline offense.
And again, it was Viales just a hand up there to kind of deflect the basketball. Pearson's there to catch the offensive rebound. I thought there was a lot of contact, kind of difficult angles from all the officials, so I understand the no call. Nevertheless, it's a baseline inbounds play for Southeast.
Sarah Feldman checks into the game for the first time. She had a three-pointer against Lions on Tuesday. Duran with it on the right-hand side, now to Pearson. Addison Rohr has returned. She has the basketball now. She'll give it up to Samuelson. Kaya gets inside. Leaner off the heel, no good. And the rebound claimed up by McDonald, who has returned for Clay Center. 7-5, Clay Center with a 2-point lead. They also have the basketball. Here's a stop and pop from three, and that three-pointer is good by Lily Edwards. It is almost as if Lily Edwards just got tired of watching everybody else play and decided it was her time to score, and a 30-second timeout is here. We will step aside. We'll take it as well. Here's a 30-second quick timeout for you on KINA.
When crop and weather conditions are just right, you need to bale as much as you can, as fast as you can, all while putting up the highest quality product possible. Case IH round balers have the reputation as the hardest working balers in the business to consistently build dense bales with square shoulders that don't sag. No matter the crop or field condition, bale more with Case IH round balers. With easier maintenance and serviceability, you'll spend more time where it counts. In the field, baling hay. Ready to build a better bale? Contact Can Equip in Solomon.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
10-5 our score as Lily Edwards, the leading scorer on this team, hits her first three-pointer of the day.
And, Devin, you're exactly right. It's almost like Edwards was just kind of like, all right, I need to get involved in this offense a little bit. You see an errant pass right there from Southeast. But, you talk about the players that Southeast has played against this year. You've seen Brugan at Heston. You've seen Blanchett at Smoky Valley. Lily Edwards has the potential to be right up there with anybody. Only a sophomore, but she controls the game so much. She's not going to take any shots that are forced. And we saw it right there. If you give her any space, she's going to bury the three on you.
A couple of different players in for Clay Center and a turnover. Samuelson takes it away. Layup, good. Boy, that one thought.
So dangerous. She just...
For Clay Center, they have a pass down low to Janae Crimmins, and Crimmins will score her first basket. 4 different Tigers have scored now in this game. Back to a 5-point CC lead.
And we see Clay Center right now come out in this extended 1-3-1 zone. So, again, it's a different look. We've seen a lot of man-to-man defense. Now we're going to see this. You see a foul right there on Clay Center, number 15.
Pearson had Samuelson on the backside for an open look from 3, but she was bumped off the free throw line, and a foul called on Clay Center that will go against Ramey Lipker. Heinrich back into the game here. It's Heinrich, Rohr, Feldman, Douglas, Duran for Southeast of Saline as Abba Pearson takes her first break. 12-7, Clay Center. They lead it by 5. 1:39 left to go here in the opening quarter. Here's a power bounce down low. Sutton Douglas has to dig it out of the crowd, and she will rise up and score. Sutton Douglas is the 4th SES player to score. Back inside to McDonald. Boy, she buried a shoulder into Sutton Douglas, but the shot comes up short, and Southeast of Saline has it, and a foul in the open floor on Lipker.
And this game's getting extremely physical. You see Coach Shauna Smith talking. You saw Sutton Douglas, who's a very quiet player. She's like, I was getting pushed right there. I was getting pushed. Douglas just continues to hold her ground. It's a great job. This game's going to get physical. This is what you expect in a game against a Clay Center team that's extremely physical themselves.
Lipker has to come out. She has 2 fouls now. Got those in pretty quick fashion. 1:23 left to go first quarter. 12-9, Clay Center leading by 3. Southeast of Saline with the ball. Durant on the right-hand side. Reagan looking in. Nothing but white jerseys there surrounding Addison Rohr. Now off to Heinrich. She'll pull the trigger from 3. Defense from Sarah Feldman. Now Clay Center.
Down there, Heinrich, the smallest player. We've talked about her nonstop, just dogging it out, night in and night out. She's gonna fight. She'll do the dirty stuff for you. Big time rebound. Yeah.
Here's Douglas. She's going to get called with a traveling violation as she got caught with a little bit of a shuffle. I'm not so sure the same thing just didn't happen on the other end for Clay Center, but regardless, it'll go back to Clay Center in the 4th turnover for Southeast of Saline.
I would agree with you, Devin. I think it's happened both ends, but from our angle, we have a bad angle, but you could see that there was an extra step there. It's a good call from the officials on that particular instance.
Here's McGee with a long 2. That's going to be an air ball over the top of the rim. Heinrich that time just out-rebounded 6 foot to 5 foot. Now back into the hands of Edwards. She's trying to find a seam in the Southeast defense. There isn't one, and now a traveling violation against the Tigers.
As soon as it happens against one team, it's going to happen against the other team right there. And I think that, so now you just got to play. You got to make sure your feet work faster than your head.
Samuelson back into the game. Pearson back into the game. Feldman and Duran will check out. Southeast of Saline can have the last stay at it here if they choose. Just a tick under 22 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. It's a 3-point Clay Center lead. They have led the whole way so far. Heinrich up near the timeline. She'll play it left to Pearson. Now back to Reese Heinrich. Clock down to 9. Samuelson, right-hand side. Now to Addison Rohr. She takes a couple of ball fakes. Clock down to 5. Heinrich back to Samuelson. Corner 3. In and out, no good. Addison Rohr with the putback at the buzzer. And she will score. Addison Rohr with the buzzer beater makes this a 1-point game. We are back in Clay Center after the 60-second timeout. You're listening to Lady Trojan Basketball on KINA and watching live stream video on SalinaPost.com. The game's presented tonight by Asteria Oil and Hardware.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Suit up for your next Southeast of Saline game day with Trojan gear from CopyCo. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more available off the rack or customized. At CopyCo, they offer all the printing and custom apparel you need at the prices and fast turnaround you've come to expect over the last 30 years as your local hometown print shop. Whether you're a die-hard Trojan fan, a coach planning the next big event, or a business looking to sponsor the team, they've got everything you need to show your Southeast of Saline spirit. CopyCo, more than just a copy center, a proud sponsor of Southeast of Saline.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Out of the timeout. Quick little drive on the left wing by Sutton Douglas. Her shot hard off the backboard, won't go down. Ball out of bounds now. Will go back to Clay Center, and the Tigers will have it. Leading by 1. Just underway here, second quarter action. Glad you could join us for Southeast of Saline Basketball. 3rd straight road game this week.
What a week.
Tigers with it. Dump it off middle of the paint. McDonald with a ball fake. Now a skip pass over the top of everybody. Ends up with Crimmins on the right wing. Now they dump it off to Edwards. Back outside to Crimmins. Back inside now to Isla Johnson. A little ball fake. She turns, puts a shot up, won't go down. And the rebound off a couple of different hands. It'll be awarded to Clay Center. They'll keep it here.
Devin, the one thing that's keeping Southeast in this game is that post-play defense. You're seeing arms straight up. They're making shots extremely difficult for Clay Center right now. The shots aren't falling, but they're so difficult to make because there's so much defense surrounding them.
Johnson holding in. Now she's going to hand it off to Edwards. Pearson, though, right there defensively with her. Now, high post entry. Goes down low to McDonald. She tried to flip it in with the left hand, and another rebound for Reese Heinrich. I think Reese has 4 boards already.
I've got it for 4, and they're all position rebounds. It's just fight, and it's just her getting better position than the other players. It's a great job from Heinrich.
Here's Pearson in traffic, flips the shot up and in. Southeast with their first lead of the night.
And it's a great job right there. The scouting report on Pearson is she shoots a lot of threes because that's everything that you have on film. But if you see what she can do successfully, it's that right there. She's so good going to the basket. She's so creative, so crafty. Great finish from Pearson.
Edwards wanted the drive. Samuelson there with her, shut her off. And then the two got tangled up. Edwards hit the deck, and Samuelson will take the foul. That's the first personal foul of the night for Kaya Samuelson. Obviously, first foul of the quarter for Southeast of Saline. 13-12, SES leading by 1, 6:29 left to go here before halftime, just starting the second quarter. Edwards with the basketball. Now she'll throw it over the top of the defense. A shot put up right-hand side is good. A three-pointer by Janae Crimmins.
Yeah, Crimmins right there. That's just a nice set from Coach Heiss and Clay Center right there. They got Crimmins. There's obviously so much attention given to Edwards. Crimmins just springs away free on the baseline.
Heinrich trying to answer. Why not? Rip the cords, Reese. A three-pointer for Reese Heinrich, the sixth Southeast player to score.
And, Devin, that's what you got to keep doing. You got to keep answering the bell, right? You get a big knockout blow on a baseline inbounds play. You got to come back and score, as Southeast did right there.
McDonald back and forth, moved down low, missed the shot, tapped her own rebound out, gets it secured herself. Clay Center keeps it, working it around the perimeter with a couple of touches inside for McDonald time to time. Edwards wanted
nice
the three-pointer. Now a little give-and-go peel on the pick and roll to McDonald, and she's going to score. Remember, she scored the first 5 of the game, has been quiet since then. Until now, she has 7 points. 17-16, Tigers leading by 1. Back and forth battle here, early second quarter. Addison Rohr with it, now top of the key, Pearson. She has dead away rights, and she buries it. Abba Pearson for 3. She has 7 all of a sudden.
And, Devin, it's the ball movement that creates that. We saw 4 or 5 passes on the perimeter. The defense is all everywhere. As you see right there, you just see Crimmins right there just get loose. Nice backdoor cut right there. But the offense is working for Southeast. The ball moves.
Somebody got lost defensively for Southeast of Saline, and Shauna Smith wants a timeout. 5:07 left to go. It's a 30-second timeout with these two teams tied at 19 on KINA.
Attention deer hunters and land managers. Join Phillips Seed Wildlife for the Whitetail Management Summit on March 1st in Oswego, Kansas. Hear from Don Higgins of the Chasing Giants podcast, nationally recognized deer veterinarian Dr. Clifford Shipley, and Wes Delks, Whitetail Land Management Consultant. Elevate your whitetail management game. To register, Google Whitetail Summit 2025 or call 785-949-2204. That's 949-2204. Reserve your spot today. Spaces are limited.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth from Clay Center, 19-19, 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith, Southeast of Saline with the basketball out of the 30-second timeout from Shauna Smith. Samuelson on the right-hand side. She's going to take a guarded baseline jumper. Edwards there to block it, but Vialis has Samuelson's back. She's going to take it. Now a ball poked out of bounds, and Southeast of Saline will have a reset. That timeout was crucial for your defensive efforts because some things have gotten mixed up the last 2 times, Tyler. But, boy, you almost hate to take it to disrupt the offensive rhythm, right?
Yeah, you do, because your offensive rhythm is working really well. But you saw right there, just I tell you what, Devin, I mean, you want to talk about girls basketball, you want to talk about the athletes. The athleticism being on display tonight is unreal with these teams.
Samuelson takes a runner. That one misses the rim, comes hard off the right. Clay Center wants to run, trying to dump it off inside. It's going to be deflected out of bounds by Reagan Duran, who was the only Lady Trojan back there for a brief moment. Reese Heinrich took a break during that timeout. Reese now checks back into the game. Samuelson will take a break here for Southeast of Saline, tied up at 19. 4.5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Ball way out high to Edwards. She has had Pearson on her almost the whole time. Now an open 3, right-hand side. It's Janae Crimmins again. She has 8 in the quarter, 10 for the game.
And she has 2 threes from the baseline in the exact same baseline inbounds play. That's something at halftime you've got to clean up. You cannot allow those baseline inbounds plays to give wide open threes to Crimmins.
They clean it all the way around the perimeter. Ends up with Pearson, who's open. Three-pointer won't go down. Heinrich trying to get the rebound. Has to save it before it goes out of bounds. And the referee saying she stepped on the line before she was able to flip it over her shoulder.
Okay, Boston Craig, number 4 for Clay Center, listed at 5'2". Reese Heinrich listed at 5'1". But I'll tell you what, I remember I remember Craig from last year, just nasty defensively on the ball. Like, she does so many great things. This is going to be a fun matchup to watch as this game continues to progress.
Edwards trying to get into the gap of the Southeast of Saline defense. Now they go inside. Johnson, Viala's there, gets the stop, got the deflection. Ball lands in the lap of Reese Heinrich.
And they're just great post defense from Viala's right there, just staying straight up, keeping her body straight and vertical as well, not creating any issues, but creating enough problems to make it a difficult opportunity.
Durant drives baseline, now flips it out to the right wing. 3-point land to Heinrich. Now to Pearson, who will take the runner from 15. That's up no good. Abado gets her own rebound. She's tied up. A foul or a jump ball. The baseline official called both in one motion. I don't know how you do that. That was amazing. He had the alternate arrow going with the two thumbs, then he called a hold, and then now he's making it's almost disco-like.
And I understand the call. They're going to call it on the floor, and I get it. I understand that because it's almost you're assuming what an athlete can do. We know that Pearson's going right back up with that. Nevertheless, it's going to stay with Southeast. It's going to be baseline inbounds play, and you've really got to attack on these baseline inbounds opportunities.
And while that motion was fun, he still asked one of his partners for a little bit of help to kind of, I think he was 50-50. Pearson now off the inbounds from Heinrich. It ends up on the opposite side now to Sutton Douglas. Now back to Reese. Top of the key three. High arcing shot won't go down. And it's going to be Edwards with the rebound for Clay Center. Tigers have it, leading by 3. Here's the ball now off of Tiger, out of bounds. It's Heinrich with the disruption and the turnover for Clay Center. That's the first turnover from either team here in this quarter.
And it's just a hustle play. I mean, you see Edwards make that long-distance pass. She's making it to Boston Craig right there, but you see Heinrich she drops the hips like a good defensive back right there. We've seen this numerous times from her. She just gets that hand up in the air, kind of creates a deflection. Ball stays with Southeast, or goes to Southeast.
Pearson knocked down from behind. Boston Craig there. The ball goes out of bounds. They're not going to call a foul, but they will keep the ball here with Southeast. 3:02 left to play here, second quarter. Pearson on the inbounds. She finds Reagan Duran, who just came back into the game here shortly. Heinrich now with the guarded 3. That one off the right-hand side of the rim. Sutton Douglas able to run it down for Southeast. Back to Heinrich now, looking to play it back to the right to Douglas. Sutton with it. Now to Pearson. They whip it left. Wide open. Reagan Duran unlaunches the 3. That won't go. Douglas with another offensive board. Back to Duran. Boy, Southeast doing a nice job on those offensive boards here. Heinrich drives into a soft spot and drains the 2. 5 in the quarter for Reese Heinrich.
And Devin, that's not easy. We've seen Heinrich take a lot of threes. We don't see her shoot that soft 15-footer very often, but great job. The ball fake gets Craig in the air. She goes, has a contested 15-footer and drains it. Great job from Reese Heinrich.
Yeah. Here's a ball inside to McDonald. Viala is making a great effort to get around and knock that ball away. But a foul will be called here on Annabelle. It'll be her first.
And you don't mind the effort from Viala's right there, but there's obviously concerted effort to let them catch and stay straight up and stay strong, because I think Shauna Smith knows that her defenders can do that. And right there, you don't want Viala's committing that foul, because they're fine. If they catch it right there, you're in a good spot.
Just the second team foul on Southeast of Saline for the game so far. We've only had 8 fouls called, 4 on each team. What a move underneath. Yeah. Edwards up and good. Lily Edwards now has 5.
And that's just good defense from Southeast, but a better finish from Edwards. I mean, every once in a while you tip your cap to the offense and let them, just let them go.
Sutton Douglas in the middle of the paint. She can't get that shot to fall, but she was fouled, and she will go to the free throw line for 2. It'll be the first free throws of the second quarter for either team as Sutton Douglas steps to the line. Sutton scored 2 early on in this game. She'll have a chance at the free throw line here and buries the first. 6 different Southeast of Saline players have scored in this first half. Douglas with their first free throw, second one on the way, and it's coming off the rim, no good. Douglas trying to race after it, and Janae Crimmins will kid it for Clay Center. Inside 2 minutes left to go, 24-22. Keep it locked here at halftime. We'll go over numbers from the first half. We will also check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard and have a conversation with Francis Flax. Get a preview of the game coming up next, and also look back to the great rally Southeast had in the boys game at Lions on Tuesday night. Still 1:40 left to go here, though. Another three-pointer unleashed by Clay Center. It's up no good. McDonald inside. Her put back deflected by Viales, and Samuelson comes out of nowhere to take the possession away.
Yeah, again, Viala is just down there with good position, just getting a hand on the basketball, making things really difficult.
Douglas going right at Johnson down low. Then the ball, the rebound, inadvertently went off somebody's foot and back into the custody of Clay Center. 2-point game.
Right there, Abba had a great offensive rebound. Just don't take that power dribble. Just go straight up with it.
Here's a rebounding foul on the Tigers. Their third team foul. it'll go the other way. There were 3 different purple jerseys with position that time. It's hard to say who got the foul drawn, but it's on the Tigers. It's on McDonald, and it's her first.
And Devin, the fun thing about watching this game, there's a lot of athleticism going around. There's a lot of pressure defense. Very few fouls called. I think this game's being officiated really well, but that means it's being coached really well. Like, it's being officiated well, coached well. This is fun. Like, this is what basketball should be. It's fluid. You talk about shot clocks. There's no need for a shot clock when you have teams like this playing. They're playing hard. They're playing fast. They're going at it. Just great defense both ways around.
It's being radioed pretty well, too.
Yes.
Under a minute left to go. Here's Samuelson with it. Southeast of Saline, trailing by 2. Douglas inside, outside now. Samuelson, she'll launch the 3, and she gets the roll. Kaya Samuelson has had a hard luck roll on a couple of different shots here in this first half, but that one took 3 bounces and found a home. Lob pass over the top. Tigers trying a baseline shot that's up, no good. Douglas in there, rips it away for Southeast. Lady Trojans can have the last say. 24 seconds left to go in the half. They lead by 1.
And Devin, Sutton's been massive on the offensive rebound side. I got her for 4 right now. Four rebounds. I got her for 3 offensive, 1 defensive. She just continues to hammer the boards.
Clock down to 8. Feldman in there as well. You want to keep an eye on her. Here's Pearson on the drive. She springs free. One more dribble. She probably would have had a layup. Now it's going to be knocked out of bounds. And Southeast will keep it with 1.8 seconds left. And I don't blame Abbott at all, because she was open when she turned the corner and had that little runner. But, man, just one more dribble you'd like to see finish that lay-in. Here is Southeast now trying to score on a touch and shoot maybe. Feldman with it, launches it at the buzzer, and that will be the end of the first half. 25-24. Southeast of Saline will take a lead into the locker room as the Lady Trojans right now dominating the glass, and they are able to take the slimmest of advantages into the locker room at halftime. What's the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report? When we come back, numbers from the first half, also a check of scores from around the area, and a conversation with the coach, Francis Flax, coming up. When we come back, 25-24, Southeast of Saline leading Clay Center at the break here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at halftime, brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Lady Trojans of Southeast of Saline with a 1-point lead, 25-24 here at the break. There's been 6 different Southeast of Saline players score, led by Abba Pearson with 7. Time now to look ahead and even look behind to the game on Tuesday against Lions with Francis Flax. Get a preview of boys basketball game coming up later tonight. Boy, Coach, looking back at Tuesday's game, you guys were able to rally from behind. You were down by as much as 13 points in this game. It kind of seemed like the magic margin was 10. You'd make a little push, get it down to 10, and then they would score again. But, boy, second half, especially in the fourth quarter, you were able to do some things well in this game. What are your thoughts on the victory at Lions on Tuesday?
Well, the biggest key was that we got some key defensive stops when it really counted. They had a chance, you know what? They had a breakaway dunk that put them up by 5, I think. And we come right back down and scored. And then I'm not sure how many possessions they had before they scored again. So I was pleased with our defensive play, especially in the second half. You
told me last week, you know that your 2 leading scorers, Jacobson along with Bailey, they're going to get you 36 every game. Well, they got you 37 in this game. The wild card, though, is somebody that we've seen coming on over the last few games. His aggressiveness was good against Sacred Heart on Monday. His shot started falling on Tuesday, and that's Tiernan Patachi.
Yeah, him hitting the shots most of the time was because we had a post touch and we kicked it out, and he was in rhythm, so it's easier to shoot when you're in rhythm.
Tiernan with a new career high of 19 points in this game, 67 to 59. What do you think about rebounding? I know that's been a key thing, and you, as you said, there were several different series there late in the game where you got stops. Rebounding definitely a part of that. How's the team coming along, and how do you think that's progressing overall?
Well, it's coming a lot better. We had 30 rebounds in that game, I believe, is what Trenton ended up statting out for us. So that's more, far and away more than we've had in any other game. So I think we're making progress. I mean, it's not because we're not emphasizing it every day in practice, I can tell you that. So, but we need to continue to grow in that area. You know, we're going to be outsized almost every game we play. So the key is we got to limit teams to as few as possessions as we can, and hopefully they don't get second and third and fourth shots like some of the previous teams that we've played have gotten against us.
This is a Tiger team here tonight. They're not going to outsize you terribly. They kind of are about the same size. They got a couple bigger dudes inside, but this is a Tiger team that, boy, over the last couple of years, them and Southeast of Salina have really built a rivalry on the football field, and we've seen that carry over a little bit to the basketball court, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. And, they have some bulk on us.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of height on us. They've got some, but not a lot. But they've got bulk on us, and that was evidence in the JV game also, which, by the way, was a very good JV game.
Yeah, absolutely, it was.
And so, and they've got experience. They've got 8 seniors. Yeah. These guys have been starting since they're sophomores.
Yeah, what do you want to see from your guys most tonight as they come in here and tangle with the Tigers?
Just compete. Both ends of the floor. I want them to compete. I want them not to take a back seat. I want them to be physical. We worked on physicality in practice yesterday, the day before yesterday. And so we just need to, when we get pushed, we need to push back.
Was it kind of weird having almost a normal week with a game on Tuesday and then 2 practices?
It was really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. It feels good to get back in the normal routine, which won't last long.
Right. Well, at least we'll get this one in here tonight. Thanks for your time. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
Francis Flax, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys coming in off of a rally win in Lyons on Tuesday. They will try to take down the Tigers now here tonight in Clay Center. Halftime of the girls' contest, Southeast of Saline leads it by 1, 25-24. When we come back, we'll go over numbers from the first half. We will also check some scores on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. It's a 2-minute timeout on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the Southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
For over 30 years, Ryan Roofing has been the area's leader in commercial roofing installation. Over 10 million square feet of Duralast roofing. Now, Ryan Roofing is expanding their expertise to the residential properties to better serve you and your home. Shingles, windows, siding, and gutters. Call Ryan Roofing in Salina today for a free roof assessment and get the expert advice you need. Ryan Roofing, serving commercial businesses in the area for over 30 years and now working for you on your residential property.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at the Tiger Den in Clay Center, it is a 1-point game. Southeast of Saline leading Clay Center 25-24. So far, Abba Pearson leading the way for Southeast of Saline. She has 7 points, and there are 5 other Lady Trojans who have scored. Reese Heinrich, Kaya Samuelson each have 5. Sutton Douglas, Annabelle Vialas each have 3. And Addison Rohr has 2. For the Clay Center Tigers, 10 points for Janae Crimmins. 8 of those came in the second. Saline 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Clay Center 3 of 3. Each team with
so much fun. And you know, it's impossible these days with such great media outlets like Sports in Kansas and you know, all the other outlets that follow high school sports to not see what this Clay Center girls team has done, right? And you know, as a huge Rocky IV fan right now, and always, you know, if you're Shauna Smith, you're almost like Rocky's, you know, you're his blood man. You're like Mick in the corner saying you've seen them bleed, right? Like you're up 25-24, you've seen them bleed. This is a great team. This is a team that will battle for a 4A state championship. You're at their place on a Friday night after this is your 3rd road game this week. We said at the onset, this is going to be a measuring stick of where your team is and where your teams came from day one. The result doesn't matter, but you've seen them bleed, right? You've seen Drago bleed, go out. Let's see what happens right now. Let's see if this one senior on the floor getting ready to go out there right now. Let's see if this young Trojans team can keep fighting and get a victory tonight.
25-24, Southeast of Saline with the lead. Clay Center will start out with the basketball. Glad you could join us. Clay Center and Southeast of Saline's games tonight brought to you by Asaria Oil and Hardware.
And just a side note, Edwards has played the entire game with her shirt untucked. The official made her tuck it in right there, which is kind of just they're going to call the foul right there on Rohr. Rohr didn't stay vertical. But I always find it funny when officials make something a big deal the start of the second half when the game's been going on the entire way one way. But Edwards has not had her shirt tucked in. Not a big deal, but she obviously feels more comfortable that way. But they made her tuck it in. But with Southeast done a good job on the star sophomore, Lily Edwards.
Well, if having it untucked helps Southeast identify her and guard her better, I say leave it untucked.
Yes, without a doubt. Ayla Johnson hits that first free throw. But I just always like those little nuances to the game that officials pick on. Speaking of officiating, what a great officiated game this has been so far. Like we've discussed, this has been super physical as the second free throw's missed. Super fun, super fast, but it only happens that way if the game flow is allowed to happen from the officials.
Yeah, the officiating is a major part of why this game has been fun, along with the talent on the floor. Samuelson with it, right-hand side. Johnson got just one of those free throws, tied it up at 25. 30 seconds into the third quarter. We just started second half here in Clay Center. Here's Pearson driving baseline. Flips a shot up. That's no good. And the rebound taken quickly by Reagan McDonald. Clay Center missed an opportunity on their offensive end. Southeast of Saline pulls it away.
Yeah, and right there, Samuelson needs to slide over and help out a little bit. Southeast very, very fortunate for a missed layup from Clay Center right there.
Holding foul against Clay Center. This will go against Reagan McDonald. This is her second. Rainey Lipker also has 2 for Clay Center off the bench. Here's Heinrich off the inbounds, long 2, and she got it to go. Reese Heinrich starts the scoring in the second half for Southeast of Saline. They lead it by 2.
Just a great little inbounds play from the Trojans right there, and you love the confidence of Heinrich. Heinrich sees any daylight, she's going to go up with the shot.
What a beautiful play. Yeah. High-low entry it goes from Johnson down to McDonald, and McDonald all in motion. Caught it, hit to the basket, and scored it off the glass. Here's Pearson now, back the other way. Into a Tiger double team. The ball goes out of bounds. Pearson hits the deck. It'll stay here with Southeast of Saline.
And Devin, go back to McDonald's finish right there. You said it best. You said it was all in one motion. She's been putting that ball on the ground. When she puts that ball on the ground, too many Trojan defenders can, wreak havoc. But you saw that she did it in one motion. Nice, easy layup, as you see now. And, kind of an unforced turnover from Southeast right there.
So the ball from the baseline came all the way over to the Southeast of Saline bench. It'll be the first turnover of Southeast of Saline's third quarter, 5th for the game. And now Clay Center will have it back. Clay Center inside, trying to go to Edwards, and Edwards had Samuelson pinned down low. And Lily Edwards scores 2. That may be something to keep an eye on defensively for Southeast.
Well, definitely. And right there, you saw that 1-3-1 zone. They decided how they could isolate Edwards. Edwards did a good job. Not only just a point guard, but she did a great job finishing the post right there.
Samuelson in the keyhole. Now Heinrich down low. Pearson put it over the fingertips of Addison Rohr, who was coming across. And Southeast, for the first time in this game, has back-to-back turnovers.
Yeah, again, good defense from Clay. Those are passes that you saw completed in the first half. You got to continue to be really precise offensively for Southeast.
Clay Center working through. Here's a steal by Heinrich. Heinrich took it away. It was down low. Now she has a Tiger riding her all the way to the basket. Has to get control of a loose ball. Plays it to Samuelson. Now to Pearson. Now back out to Samuelson. Samuelson has an open baseline. Help defense comes over. They're going to call a foul. It's a body check on Clay Center.
And Devin, here's what I love about these freshmen right there, all right? We saw Heinrich it kind of bobbled the basketball, right? She gives it to Samuelson. Samuelson misses a shot that she will take 9 times out of 10. We want her to take that shot. Next time she gets the basketball, attacks the rim, draws the foul. Great job from the 2 freshmen.
Southeast on the inbounds. Here's Samuelson. Pass from Rohr. Samuelson tries a little baby hook in the paint, and a foul will be called on Addison Rohr. This isn't good for Southeast. For Addison, this is her 3rd. She's the only Southeast player in foul jeopardy right now. Everybody else has 1 or none.
Yeah, and as soon as that 3rd foul is called, we see Vialis go, and we've seen Vialis have a lot of success. This is the opportunity that a sophomore can really get herself, more playing time, more into the rotation. You have an opportunity right here. A senior's in foul trouble. Let's see what the sophomore can do.
Edwards brings it up the floor with the dribble. She floats off to the left. Now she flips it on the handoff to Crimmins. Crimmins got hot there in that second quarter, scored 2 3-pointers at 8 points. She has it above her head now, fires it into Johnson. Now back out to McGee. Her 2-pointer, foot on the line, is up and good. Miley McGee has just hit her 2nd shot of the game. It's a 4-point Clay Center lead. They're on a little 6-0 run right here. Pearson with it on the right wing. Now back up top, Samuelson. Now to Heinrich. Over to the right to Pearson. Pearson trying to drive and dump it off to Douglas, and another turnover Southeast. 3 turnovers of the last 4 possessions. Samuelson is there to take it right back.
And what a great steal from Samuelson. Like that's an easy ball to get your hands on, not an easy ball to continue to catch and then get the dribble down so you don't turn it over yourself.
Timeout, Southeast of Saline. 4:34 remaining here in the third quarter. 31-27. Clay Center has a 4-point advantage. It's their biggest lead since the first quarter, and a 30-second timeout here on KI.
For over 30 years, Ryan Roofing has been the area's leader in commercial roofing installation. Over 10 million square feet of Duralast roofing. Now, Ryan Roofing is expanding their expertise to the residential properties to better serve you and your home. Shingles, windows, siding, and gutters. Call Ryan Roofing in Salina today for a free roof assessment and get the expert advice you need. Ryan Roofing, serving commercial businesses in the area for over 30 years and now working for you on your residential property.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back to the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Clay Center and Southeast of Saline basketball brought to you tonight by Assyria Oil and Hardware. 31-27 is our score. Clay Center with a 4-point lead. They had a couple different times in the first quarter where they led by 5. They actually started this game on a 5-0 lead. Southeast, though, battled back, led by 1 at halftime. Had a 2-point lead here in the third, and Samuelson tried to one. Deflected the shot. Now the rebound outside to Edwards. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Pearson chasing the ball down.
You just kind of hold your breath when you see Lily Edwards get her feet set in the ball. You assume it's going to go in. She missed a wide open three right there. That's a huge bullet just dodged by Southeast of Saline.
Reagan Duran back into the game here for Southeast of Saline. Clay Center extending that defense. Here's Pearson, 15-foot jumper from the free throw line. That won't go down. McDonald again erases the board for Clay Center.
And that's one of the things we talked about earlier on. You're going to see a lot of different defenses thrown at you by Clay Center. They didn't do a lot of it in the first half. That's what a lot of good coaches do, right? You kind of hold that in your back pocket so you can adjust to it at halftime. And now you're going to see a lot of defenses thrown at you.
Here's a runner, a shot up by Edwards. That's no good. It comes off somebody's hand, couldn't tell who, all the way back to the half-court line, and Edwards will chase it down for the Tigers. 31-27. Clay Center leading by 4. Southeast of Saline, Addison Rohr still out there. Remember, she has 3 fouls. Shauna Smith electing to keep her on the floor right now. Over to the right, McGee trying to bounce it inside, and it's going to be a shot that is up and good. A very athletic shot by Ramey Lipker, her first shot of the game that went in.
Yeah, it was the catch from Lipker. He just caught it with one hand, caught it with their left hand, immediately went to the right, just finished, as we said earlier, in one motion. It makes it so difficult to defend.
Trapping defense here by Clay Center. Addison Rohr springs free. She's going to miss the layup, but she was fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. Coach Heist is going nuts over here on the bench. Wanted a traveling violation, and one of the officials calmly demonstrated what he saw happen. And Addison Rohr is standing at the free throw line.
Yeah, and I understand what Coach Heist is saying. I thought that might have been travel as well. Extremely fortunate for Southeast not to get away with that. You see Rohr miss the first free throw. Foul called on Craig down low. Just kind of got caught in a mismatch with Rohr. Rohr goes up strong. It's got to be a bucket. You got to see go in if you're gonna get this tide to turn a little bit, because it's definitely swayed in the Tigers' way.
Feldman in for Duran here. Addison Rohr missed the first. She'll get a second attempt. It is on its way, and she buries that. 3 points so far for Addison Rohr. Now Sutton Douglas will check into the game. 33-28. A brief 6-point lead for the Tigers. 2:49 left to go here in the third period. Here's a lob pass over the top. Downside to Johnson. Isla's shot is up no good. And she is fouled. Now she will go to the free throw line. Foul is going to be on Sutton Douglas here for Southeast of Saline, her second.
And I thought Sutton stayed extremely vertical. However, you never know when the rotations are going to change from the officials, if they're going to see something different. But it looked like the same defensive position we've seen from Sutton the entire first half. Nevertheless, different official called it. She got the foul on her, and her second of the night.
Isla Johnson's free throw misses. She's 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Her 4th attempt coming up. And it is good. 2:42 left to go. Back to a 6-point lead here for Clay Center. They are the 5th-ranked team in Class 4A by the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association. 7-1 on the season. That lone loss just came Tuesday night to a state-ranked Rock Creek team. Here's Heinrich for 3. She stepped to the side to the right and just didn't have enough behind that ball, and it goes out of bounds back to the Tigers.
Yeah, and right there, I think there was a screen set by Heinrich. Heinrich just pops and just stays at the top of the key. She's going to be open. It's got to be orchestrated a little bit better from Southeast if you're going to get Reese open on that little pick and pop.
Edwards bringing it up across the timeline. Lily Edwards been relatively quiet tonight by her standards. She averages over 17 points a game. Here's a steal by Heinrich, racing the other way. Right-handed layup. Good! Reese Heinrich has 4 in the quarter, 9 for the game. And she took it away from Clay Center for the second time today.
And Devin, we talked about this with Samuelson earlier. These freshmen, they'll make a mistake, but they don't hang their heads. They just keep fighting. They keep going after it. It's a great job defensively from Heinrich.
Boy, Clay Center really wants to get it in down low to Lipker. Abba Pearson down there defensively, moving her off the block. Now they get her in. Lipker leans into Pearson. Shot up no good. Gets her own rebound. Second attempt no good. A poke out by Johnson is no good. Lipker's 3rd attempt no good. And finally a foul called on Southeast of Saline. The lack of rebounding created that foul for the Lady Trojans.
Yeah, and I would say just lack of height. I would say there was good position from Southeast, and there was good no calls from the officials. I thought that was just a height rebound, right? They just kept fighting and getting the rebounds right there. Eventually, Abigail Pearson called for the foul. Here's what I love about Abba, right? Like we've seen, and that's only the first foul on Abba. Abba's first half, she was primarily in that zone with Lily Edwards. We saw some issues. down low. So now Abba's assumed the role down low. Like, this is what Abba can do. This is what makes Abba so efficient and can do so many different things.
Lipker made the first free throw, missed the second. It's a long rebound. Now Heinrich has to get it in the corner. Now she saves it, and it comes to Reagan Durant. Look out, here comes Durant on the run. She's going to cross over, come back to the scorer's table. Lipker there to check her defensively. She'll still find Heinrich. Now to Douglas. Pitch out Samuelson. Big ball fake there by Kaya. Now over to Reese. Heinrich looking for help. Now she'll find Pearson. Boy, this Clay Center defensive pressure has really ratcheted it up. Now here's a turnover. Clay Center takes it away. Crimmins coming up the floor. Turnover number 5 for Southeastern this quarter. Edwards, wide open 3. Off the rim, no good. Heinrich with the box out. I'll watch the ball go out of bounds. What a great box out by Reese Heinrich.
And we've talked, I've got Heinrich for 5 rebounds already. You could add that, you could make that number 6 right there. She could have easily gotten the rebound, but she would have had herself in a corner in a bad spot, but she did such a great job blocking out. That ball could just go out of bounds. That's Heinrich. That's a headsy play. I have a feeling we're going to say Heinrich and Headsy play a lot over the next 4 years. Just a great job from the freshman.
Rebound 5 7/8. How's that? Now a ball that's tipped up top. Lipker got a piece of that basketball. Goes out of bounds. Now the Clay Center crowd saying no, it didn't. The officials are going to get together on this. Official said, and I read his lips, he said exactly what I saw. He said the ball rotation changed. It had to be tipped. I love that logic.
Well, and I also love that officials get together. Like, either way, I don't care which way that goes. You see a foul right there called. It's that high 1-3-1 zone. You're going to see the foul called. The body's coming across on Lipker, and that's going to be number 3 on Lipker. So it's interesting to see how that works. But I love it when officials get together and talk. I don't care what the call is after they talk, but the fact that they got together and got it right in their eyes, I'll always be a fan of.
Lipker did not do a whole lot offensively and really didn't play that much because of 2 quick fouls in the first half. She comes off the bench. She is not a starter, but she has really been disruptive at the point of this trapping zone defense for Clay Center here in this third quarter.
Yeah, Lipker's just so long. She's up at the front. You see right there. Now ball down low to Southeast, and it looked like Addison Rohr was just trying to get position. The ball never got to her, but they're going to call the second foul right there on Ayla Johnson.
Addison Rohr will step to the free throw line for the second time this quarter as Clay Center has reached their limit on fouls. Both teams now at the limit. First free throw is up and good from Addison Rohr. 2 of 3 from the free throw line so far in this game. Addison has 4 points. 40 seconds left to play here in the third. Second free throw on the way. She got them both. So after missing her first, she has buried 3 in a row now. She'll come out to avoid that 4th foul in the third quarter. Annabelle Viales will check in here for Southeast of Saline. 35-32. It's a 3-point Clay Center lead. They are having trouble here with this pesky, growing Southeast of Saline team. Clay Center may take it down to the wire here. Edwards out top, near the logo, bouncing the ball in her right hand. Samuelson about 5 feet away. Clock down to 18. Edwards now takes a couple of steps towards Samuelson. She'll flip it into the face of McGee. Miley McGee about lost that. Now Edwards down low. He's going to have a shot underneath the hoop that goes all the way up, high off the window and in. Southeast still has a chance here. Heinrich across the timeline, and she's going to throw it out of bounds. I don't know if she was expecting Duran to stop or what the miscommunication was there. The Southeast gave up a possession here at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, they really did. Now you got to lock in defensively, not commit any fouls. 2 seconds.
Edwards is going to try it from half court. She launches it, and it's no good, and we are at the end of the third. The Tigers come back after trailing by 2. They will take a 5-point lead into the fourth quarter when we come back. 37-32, Clay Center over Southeast of Saline. Fourth quarter of our girls game coming up when we come back. It's presented by Assyria Oil and Hardware.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
And can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here, fourth quarter is on the shelf, and we are ready to go. 37-32, Clay Center, the home team with the lead. They are the 5th-ranked team in Class 4A, according to the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association. Southeast of Saline, they have been on a run. They are 6-2, and they have won 6 of their last 7. They have also won 4 in a row coming into this game. Southeast starts out with the basketball. Samuelson had it knocked free. Now she will recover it. Play it off to the right now. Get it back to the left to Heinrich. Heinrich skip pass through the defense to Pearson on the right-hand side. Abba between her legs. Now returns it back to Heinrich. Reese to the left. Samuelson has an opening. She's going to drive in off the window, and a blocking foul will be called on Edwards down low. For Lily Edwards, it's her 3rd foul, and Kaya Samuelson will have her first trip to the free throw line in this game.
And that's a great job from Kaya, just seeing that the whole entire defense on the right side. She had one person beat. She goes to the bucket really hard. Draw that contact, go up strong, get yourself to the free throw line.
Kaya misses the first free throw. Second one coming up. Came into tonight a 72% free throw shooter. Her and Heinrich, the other freshman that plays and starts a lot for this team, both around 72% from the line. Kaya Samuelson gets the second one to go after missing the first. Back to a 4-point game.
And Devin, we talked about this Clay Center team and the success they had coming in. They put up 74, 78. They put up so many points against really good teams. It's the defense of Southeast that's keeping them in this basketball game.
Shot by McDonald from the elbow is no good. Addison Rohr tips it into the hands of Kaya Samuelson. Addison knew she didn't have a shot at that rebound, but she saw Kaya standing there by herself and was able to just basically pass it to her off the rebound. Here's Kaya now in the short corner. Down low to Reese Heinrich. Reese buried down there, 5'1" against a 6-footer. Now Samuelson will dribble up that trap. Southeast working it around here. Roared down low. They tried to get it to her, and Douglas going to throw it away. Lily Edwards took it. 6th turnover of the half for Southeast, and now a body check foul will be called here on Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, and despite that being Douglas's, I believe, 3rd, not a bad foul right there, right? You have Edwards coming full steam at you. I mean, that's going to be an easy bucket for Edwards if she gets going. Sutton commits her 3rd foul, but it makes Clay Center set up from baseline inbounds play.
Douglas and Rohr each have 3 for Southeast. Here's another free throw line jumper. That's no good. Edwards tips this out. Reese Heinrich takes the rebound for Southeast. Heinrich with a half a dozen boards now. Or as we talked in the third quarter, 6 and 7/8.
There you go. There's a lot of math being used now.
Open baseline jumper. A Tiger flying at her, and it doesn't matter. Kaya Samuelson for 3.
And a huge fist bump from Coach Donna Smith right there. She loves seeing the freshman just with so much confidence to take that shot despite having an off shooting night.
37-36. Clay Center's lead has been trimmed down to 1. Inside to McDonald. Back outside Crimmins. Her three-pointer. High bounce.
Addison Rohr
takes it away from everybody, and now a foul called on Clay Center. Clay Center has just committed their 2nd team foul as Addison Rohr just plain out-jumped everybody for that board. The foul will go against Isla Johnson, and that is her 2nd.
And Devin, this is...
Excuse me. Yes, it is her 2nd.
This is Addison Rohr's 3rd straight year being an undersized post player, and she doesn't care. She just fights hard. She's always in the right position. You don't get that rebound if you're in the wrong position. You saw that she had great body. She went up tall. Fantastic rebound from the senior, Addison Rohr.
Southeast now, after trailing by 6, can take the lead here. Samuelson in the keyhole. Jumper hard off the back of the rim. It lands right in the soft spot where Edwards is going to take it on the run. Here comes Edwards with it, and Pearson will body check her on the way to the rim. Foul on the floor. Good foul there by Abba Pearson. It's just her 2nd.
Yeah, very good foul. Again, that's exact same, not the exact same, but it's a similar situation we saw earlier. When you see Lily Edwards with a head of steam, if you can stop her if she's an open layup, you do it.
But what a great inbounds play. They find Edwards. She scores. She has 9 points. And now a full timeout taken by Clay Center. 5:43 left to go in this one. Southeast of Saline and Clay Center doing battle. It's the Tigers leading 39-36 here on KINA.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
Suit up for your next Southeast of Saline game day with Trojan gear from CopyCo. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more available off the rack or customized. At CopyCo, they offer all the printing and custom apparel you need at the prices and fast turnaround you've come to expect over the last 30 years as your local hometown print shop. Whether you're a diehard Trojan fan, a coach planning the next big event, or a business looking to sponsor the team, they've got everything you need to show your Southeast of Saline spirit. CopyCo, more than just a copy center, a proud sponsor of Southeast of Saline.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
5:43 remaining. Southeast of Saline and Clay Center. What a good game this has been. 39-36. Clay Center leads it by 3. 5:40 left to go. Southeast with the basketball. A big extended zone defense again here for Clay Center. They don't trap a lot, but they will when they get the opportunity, especially within the three-point arc. Pearson. Here's a ball fake. Now over to Heinrich for 3. Too strong, and the rebound coming in for Samuelson.
Ooh.
And they're going to call a clear out here down low. They're going to call a foul on Clay Center on the backside of where that rebound would have been coming off of.
I think they're going to call it on they're going to call it on McGee, who was closing out on Heinrich. A really unfortunate call for Clay Center. I didn't see it. I was watching the ball, but it looked like the official. Coach Heiss wasn't happy with it either. But that's just the way the game's being called.
Mylan McGee gets the foul. It's her first of the game. Here's Samuelson trying to lose the defender. She did. Now Clay Center switches off. Pearson with it. She has to avoid Sutton Douglas. Now Samuelson with an open baseline. Goes in. That ball came off the rim. Kind of funny. Rohr got the rebound offensively, and then her putback is deflected out of bounds. Southeast will keep it here on the inbounds.
And Devin, just great vertical defense from Clay Center right there. You saw so many Clay Center Tigers right there straight up. I mean, I love that officiating. That's just good officiating. Nobody was fouling. A lot of contact, but nothing illegal.
Rohr with the ball. Now she's going to find Reese Heinrich with it. Pearson now Samuelson on the left. Samuelson will bring it back to the middle of the floor and pass it. Good ball movement here by Southeast of Saline. See if they can produce something out of it, though. Heinrich getting the screen from Samuelson. Now back to Pearson. Everybody overloaded for Southeast on the left-hand side. Pearson looking to find an alley. Gets to the basket. Her left-handed layup. Good! And the foul. Abba Pearson got to the middle of that Clay Center defense, was able to score it off the window, and she was fouled by Lily Edwards.
And it's just that instinct from Pearson, right? You said it exactly right. That's the 4th on Edwards. That's huge, right? We talked about how Edwards has been kept in check, but she does so many other things that aren't just scoring. You get her 4th, she's got to come out. But it's Pearson. Seeing the side is overloaded. Everybody goes to the other side. The defense is over-rotated. Pearson did a great job finding herself in the lane. Strong finish from the junior.
Lipker and Edwards just came out for Clay Center. Now all of a sudden that defense doesn't look so intimidating as Abba Pearson ties the game at 39. 4:33 left to go. What a big possession that was for the Lady Trojans of Southeast. Clay Center now with it on the right-hand side. See what they do without their leading scorer. They go inside of McDonald, and a foul on the floor committed by Southeast of Saline. McDonald had a free pass to the basket, but a bumping foul is going to keep the points off the board. The foul will go against Abba Pearson. That is her 3rd.
And this is what makes Clay Center so difficult. That high-low game right there. Nice pass on the block. Nice cut. I mean, Clay Center can beat you from so many ways. Just a nice play from Clay Center.
Reagan Duran is into the game now. Annabelle Viala is also in there. Clay Center bobbled the inbounds. Now the ball squirts free. It goes right off Pearson and out of bounds. Boy, Abba had a chance at that rebound, but just couldn't quite put her claws into the basketball. And it's going to be a Clay Center baseline inbounds here. Tie game, 39-39. Lob pass inside to McDonald. Boy, if she would have turned, Viala's fell down. She didn't see it, though. Now back inside to McDonald. Viala's back up, and the rebound taken off the rim by Edison Rohr. She has had a monster game.
And, Devin, I can't say this anymore. It's the defensive just discipline from Southeast right now. They're going straight up. They're creating difficult shots, but they're not fouling. They're making shots extremely difficult for these bigs from the Tigers.
Samuelson on the right-hand side finds Duran. Duran scoops it up off the floor. Now to Pearson. Out to Samuelson, and a hand check foul called against Boston Craig. Clay Center has hit their limit on fouls with 3:51 left to go in this game. Southeast of Saline will be tested at the free throw line here in this one. 2 free throws coming up as Boston Craig guilty of that foul. That is her third. She becomes the second Tiger with 3 fouls. Lily Edwards has 4 fouls. Kaya Samuelson to the free throw line.
And Devin, I understand why Coach Heist is upset for Clay Center right now, because that was a foul that wasn't called in the first half. But as we express how vertical and how the lack of fouls in Southeast, that's not what Clay Center's doing. You're seeing them on the perimeter. They're getting handsy. They're making things difficult. You see Edwards come back in with 4 fouls. Because you can't survive without her. So it'll be interesting to see how Southeast attacks Edwards with 4 fouls.
Kaya Samuelson makes both of the free throws. She missed her first. Now she's made 3 in a row. 41-39. The freshman for Southeast of Salina has 11 points. Here's Craig out on the right-hand side, guarded by Pearson. Pearson with her hands up near his shoulders. Now a ball inside, bounces off McDonald. Ward taps it over to Samuelson. Southeast of Saline takes it away. 5th turnover of the half on Clay Center. 41-39. Southeast of Saline with a 2-point lead. They also have the basketball. Pearson with it. Looking inside. Viales is triple team. Now a skip pass over the top of everything to Samuelson. Samuelson in front of the Clay Center student body. Now to Addison Rohr. Back to Pearson, left-hand side. 3:09 left to go in this one. Samuelson retreats out, now plays it to Duran on the right. Rohr wants to drive, flex the defense. Back to Samuelson, 3-point. Drained it. Oh! Addison Rohr out there playing with Tigers as she just collected everybody defensively and found Kaya Samuelson, who buries the 3.
And Devin, it's a ball going from side to side. The defense could not keep up, leaves Kaya Samuelson wide open for the baseline 3.
It's a 5-0 run for Southeast of Saline.
Yeah.
Now a wide open Tiger. That shot falls in after 3 bounces off the rim. Janae Crimmins has 12. She's been Clay Center's leading scorer in this game.
Yeah, Crimmins, great finish. She just got lost in the business right there. That's a fantastic finish. That zone just kind of over-rotated. Nice finish from Crimmins.
Duran on the left-hand side, now to Pearson. Last 2 minutes, this has kind of been Reagan Duran time the last few games, right? There's Pearson now on the left-hand side, and she is going to look inside at Viales, and Viales being cleared off the block by McDonald. McDonald has just taken her 3rd foul, and Annabelle Viales will step to the free throw line.
Hey, and what a test for these young bigs. When I say young, I'm taking Addison Rohr out of the equation. Viales has played more minutes tonight than we've seen her play all year, and she's been fighting her tail off. Right there, she draws the foul.
First free throw, takes a big bounce off the back of the rim, and then falls home. Viales, 4 points so far in this game. Remember, she scored 3, including a free throw, back in the first quarter. Southeast of Saline back to 4, as not only Edwards back into the game, but also Lipker too. Both free throws good by Annabelle Viales, and she will come out of the game now. So it's Douglas, Heinrich, Pearson, Duran, Rohr on the floor for Southeast of Saline. 46-41. 2:12 left to play. Clay Center trying to direct traffic here. Edwards over to Lipker. Lipker one-on-one with Duran. Reagan forces her down to the baseline, and a bumping foul will be called here on Reagan Duran. That will send Ramey Lipker to the free throw line.
Yeah, right there. You saw Duran just gave too much of the right-hand side to Lipker. Baseline official missed, so I thought it was a very good call from this official on the sideline right here. I saw the foul. Good call. Difficult foul to call in this situation when the baseline guy doesn't call it.
Lipker's free throw is up and no good. She is now 1 of 3 from the free throw line. She scored 3 points so far in this game. Those came in the 3rd quarter. 2:03 remaining. Second free throw on the way. And that one also rattling off. Douglas takes a waist-high rebound and hits her outlet and Reese Heinrich. 2 minutes left to go. Duran on the right wing. It's a 5-point Southeast of Saline lead. Pearson with it. She takes a few dribbles, now retreats back out, still dribbling, nearly lost the basketball. A switch off, though, for Clay Center. Pearson finds her way to the rim and scores. Abba Pearson with a little okey-doke there on the Clay Center defense. The Tigers switched, and they didn't know how to guard her.
No, everybody was expecting Pearson to pass that ball off. She did a great job with her footwork, as you'd expect the soccer player to do, and it's a great finish from Pearson.
Three-pointer Tigers launched up. That's no good. Sutton Douglas with the rebound. 1:28 left to go. Here comes Heinrich. She finds the break sign from Shauna Smith and comes out back near the timeline. Reagan Duran got the message as well. She was open from three, threw a half-hearted head and shoulder fake, and now Pearson is fouled. Clay Center is running out of time. Southeast has taken this clock down to 75 seconds left to go. Now Abba Pearson standing at the free throw line.
And Devin, I was getting ready for another Reagan Duran shut up Tyler Smith moment right there. But she put on the brakes, made a great decision. Pearson's at the free throw line for two.
Abba's free throw up and good. Timeout, Clay Center. It's a full timeout. We will step aside. 75 seconds left to go. 1:15 on the clock. And Southeast of Saline is shooting a free throw with Abba Pearson when we come back.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Gwinnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Gwinnell.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
49-41, 1 of 15 left to play. Timeouts, not a concern of either coach right now. Both teams in the bonus shooting free throws. Abba Pearson hit the first on this trip, then the timeout. She also gets the second. Pearson 3 of 3 from the free throw line in this game. It's a 9-point Southeast of Saline lead. And now a foul on the other end. They got it in, and McDonald did Clay Center, and a foul call on Southeast of Saline will put Clay Center at the free throw line. They'll have a chance to score here as the clock is stopped, and it will be Lily Edwards stepping to the line. Edwards averaging 17.5 points per game. So far, Tyler, she has 9.
Yeah, they've done a great job defensively on Edwards as the first free throw goes. So it looked like right there a lot of lack of intensity defensively. You can't change the way you play defensively. You got to just continue to play the way that you played. Let the officials call the game they're going to play. You're going to see Clay Center attack a lot, try to get to the free throw line, score with the clock turned off, but you've got to continue to play defense for Southeast. This team can explode. Clay Center is capable of making the 7-point lead shrink very quickly.
Boston Craig back into the game. Edwards will come out. Remember, she has 4 fouls. They're shielding her right now. Samuelson with it off the inbounds, and now a quick hand check foul on Boston Craig. So now what do you do if you're Clay Center, because she is shielding Lily Edwards? Now Boston Craig has 4 fouls.
Yeah, it's going to go offense and defense until one of them fouls out. I think that's what Coach Heist has to do right now. But right now, if you're Southeast Saline, you got to rely on your ball handlers, who we know are extremely young, to bury free throws. So the first one goes in for Samuelson.
Kaya Samuelson, a couple of three-pointers in the fourth quarter. She has 3 3-pointers in this game, as she has really had a nice night, both offensively and defensively. Second free throw after making the first also goes in. Kaya Samuelson missed her first free throw of this game. Since then, she's 5 of 5. 52-43, back to a 9-point advantage. Skip pass for Clay Center. Now they try to put it into Lipker. Now back out to Johnson. Her 3-pointers, an air ball, goes over everything. Clay Center trying to save it. Ball is loose. It's going to be scooped up by Lipker. 48 seconds left to go. Clay Center wasting a lot of time here on this possession. Edwards steps through 2 Southeast defenders. Might have traveled.
Wow.
She got her own rebound and scores anyway.
I have no idea how Edwards did that right there. Just she follows. She took an errant shot. She knew it immediately. Attacks the offensive board. Gets her own rebound. Goes up. Another good call from the officials. Definitely fouled to the free throw line for an and one opportunity.
Samuelson gets the foul. That's her third. Edwards makes the free throw. Boston Craig back in, also coming back in, Miley McGee. Defensive quickness on the floor right now. Clay Center trying to match this athleticism of Southeast of Saline. Pearson trying to get it in, and a timeout called by Shauna Smith to avoid that 5 count. Full timeout. We'll step aside. 42 seconds left to go. Southeast of Saline with a 6-point lead and the ball when we come back.
For over 30 years, Ryan Roofing has been the area's leader in commercial roofing installation. Over 10 million square feet of Duralast roofing. Now, Ryan Roofing is expanding their expertise to the residential properties to better serve you and your home. Shingles, windows, siding, and gutters. Call Ryan Roofing in Salina today for a free roof assessment and get the expert advice you need. Ryan Roofing, serving commercial businesses in the area for over 30 years and now working for you on your residential property.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Couple of timeouts left for each coach. 42 seconds left to go. Both teams are in the bonus situation at the free throw line. The alternate arrow is in favor of Clay Center.
The ball was... Sorry, go ahead.
As the inbounds attempt there was tipped by Lipker. Pearson now will inbound it on the side.
It was tipped, but extremely difficult right now for Southeast. You went from a baseline inbounds play where you could run the baseline to now a sideline inbounds play. The ball was clearly tipped. I don't know what the discussion is at the scorer's table.
Something with the clock, maybe?
Okay.
No time came off the clock, and I don't know how you can make a case how. What, they take a 10th off? They took a 10th of a second. Whew. I mean, if it's tipped at the baseline and it goes all the way to the sideline, I'd make a case for at least 3/10.
Yeah.
I am petty like that. Here's Pearson standing like a flamingo, has to one-hand it to keep it in bounds. Now she's in trouble, and it sounded like she was screaming for a timeout.
Oh.
Or not. What'd they call there?
I don't know what they called. I think there was a touch from Clay Center while she was on the sideline.
Okay.
Which I haven't seen that call a lot or ever, but we'll go with it.
I don't know how the Clay Center defender was on the sideline, but Abba managed to stay in. Good for her if that was the case. Southeast of Saline now in the backcourt. They have taken it down to 29. Here's Pearson now negotiating traffic, and she's going to take another foul. This one by probably the one person that Clay Center could afford a foul out of. That's Miley McGee. So McGee makes the foul. It's her second. Abba Pearson will go back to the free throw line. So 2 free throws coming up for Abba Pearson. She'll try to extend this 6-point lead and add some insurance. Remember, one of these makes it a 3-possession game, and it's the first. Now a 7-point advantage as Pearson buries the first.
What a game from Pearson, right? Like, we've seen her do it on the inside and the outside. We've seen her do it defensively. And stepping up to the free throw line, just such a good job so far in the fourth quarter.
She has 15 in this game, Tyler. Second free throw misses.
And you know what? It's not a bad miss. It gets the clock running immediately. It doesn't let you set anything up for Clay Center.
Edwards is going to try a three-pointer 6 feet behind the line. That's going to have a long rebound. Pearson will scoop it up. Down to 14 seconds. And another foul. Southeast will go back to the free throw line, and that should do it.
You can feel it now, right?
14 seconds. It's a 3-possession game. Pearson has a chance to add more. And what a win here on the road this is going to be for Southeast of Saline. Boy, what a stretch they've had, right? We kept talking how tough that 2024 portion of their schedule was. They took 2 losses before the new year, and now they have come back, and this will be 7 out of 8 if they can seal this one.
And Devin, I don't think buy-in's ever been an issue with a Shauna Smith coach team, but now you're starting to see the young kids understand what that means, right? Like we've seen different defenses, we've seen so much pressure thrown at them. Like, you're starting to see this team gel a little bit. This is going to be fun.
Sutton Douglas gets the miss off the Edwards three-pointer. Samuelson has it now, and she is going to be tied up in the backcourt, but it's not going to matter. zeros on the clock, and Southeast of Saline has slayed the Dragon. 54-46. Southeast of Saline wins it by 8. They knock off the 5th-ranked team in Class 4A. And folks at the Sterling Tournament, you better look out because a red-hot Southeast of Saline team is coming your way next week. 54-46, the final score. Coming up post-game, brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. We'll go over final numbers for you, and we will also have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. It's all coming up when we come back after a Lady Trojan victory, 54-46, right here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity, you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
Attention deer hunters and land managers. Join Phillips Seed Wildlife for the Whitetail Management Summit on March 1st in Oswego, Kansas. Hear from Don Higgins of the Chasing Giants podcast, nationally recognized deer veterinarian Dr. Clifford Shipley, and Wes Delks, Whitetail Land Management Consultant. Elevate your whitetail management game. To register, Google Whitetail Summit 2025 or call 785-949-2204. That's 949-2204. Reserve your spot today. Spaces are limited.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here in Clay Center, postgame brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers after a Lady Trojan victory, 54-46. Southeast of Saline now 7-2 overall. This was not a league game. Clay Center, by the way, they were the ones with all the pub, right? They were the ones with all the fluff. The 5th-ranked team in Class 4A in the state of Kansas. Now after this week, they are also 7-2 overall as they take 2 straight losses this week. Tuesday to a state-ranked Rock Creek team in NCKL play. Here tonight to Southeast of Saline. Let's go over final scoring for you. It's brought to you by the Bank of Tuscan. 32 points split right down the middle by Southeast of Saline's 2 leading scorers. Kaya Samuelson had 16 points, 11 of those in the 4th quarter. Abigail Pearson had 16 points as well to lead Southeast of Saline. 9 points for Reese Heinrich. She got those in the first 3 quarters. 5 points for Addison Rohr, 5 points for Annabelle Viales, and 3 points for Sutton Douglas. For Clay Center, they were led tonight by Lily Edwards, who still ended up with 14. 12 points for Janae Crimmins, 9 points for Reagan McDonald, 6 points for Miley McGee, 3 points for Ramey Lipker, and 2 points for Isla Johnson. Free throw shooting, again, propels Southeast of Saline to a victory. Southeast of Saline in the fourth quarter alone, 12 of 15 from the free throw line. For the game, they were 17 of 22. That is good for 77% from the stripe. Clay Center tonight, they were 9 out of 14, but Southeast of Saline outscores them by 8 points at the line. And for the second straight game, Southeast of Saline gets a victory on the road with more turnovers than their opponent. Tonight, that margin was very skinny. Southeast only with 10 turnovers in this game, 9 turnovers for Clay Center, in a 54-46 victory for the Lady Trojans of Southeast of Saline, who have now won 5 in a row and 7 of their last 8.
Devin, as we said before this game, this was a measuring stick game. And when I said measuring stick game, I meant it to see how your team could go up against a team like Clay Center with all the size they have, with the star power they have, and the sophomore Lily Edwards. I said it kind of jokingly, thinking, let's keep this game close. I didn't say it thinking you'd walk away with a win. What a great team win. Every single Trojan that played tonight contributed. And every single Trojan that's on the bench contributed as well. You could see every single bucket as buckets had more and more momentum. Every foul, every call that went Southeast way, that bench just erupted more and more. They created energy. Anytime you have a week with 3 road games and you walk away 3-0, that's a great week. It doesn't matter who your opponents are, but when one of them is a state-ranked team and a class higher than you, mercy. What a great week, especially heading into the Sterling Invitational Tournament, which we always know is a big target that Shauna Smith wants to tackle.
Kaya Samuelson ties a career high with 16 points. She was sensational. Reese Heinrich tonight, 9 points. What do we have, 7 and 7/8 rebounds? She was sensational. Also, Abba Pearson kind of seemed like she just controlled the game, right? She did Abba things tonight. She was really good. I don't think we could say enough about Sutton Douglas and Addison Rohr patrolling the inside. Annabelle Viales, Sarah Feldman, along with Reagan Duran, really good off the bench tonight. And what I'm getting at as I go through all this, Tyler, is the Vernon Jewelers gym of the game tonight is a gym by committee. It is a whole minefield of gyms for Southeast of Saline, because I can't think of one person that came into this game that does not deserve it.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, like you said, we can pinpoint things. What I saw tonight was Abigail Pearson was the best player on the court. This is, again, Lily Edwards. Know the name. We're going to see her for 2 more years. You're going to see her play at the next level, okay? But tonight, Abigail Pearson was the best player on the team, but it was a team that they all did their own nobody did an individual thing. Everybody did the right thing for the Trojans. It was the defense they played down low. It was the defense they played out high. You saw that Southeast got a lot of free throw opportunities because it was poor defense perimeterly from the Clay Center Tigers. That same defense was played better from Southeast. You just saw great defense. You saw great team rebounding. What a huge team win for the Southeast Saline Trojans.
You ever go to a party and you see like the most popular person in school and everybody's kind of watching them, but the people around them that you need to be careful about? It's kind of what this reminded me of. Abigail Pearson came into the gym and she said, I'm the best basketball player right now wearing purple, but it's all these other ones that you need to watch out for tonight, because it was definitely a win by committee. I mean, it was one of those games. Again, I can't think of who didn't contribute to this win.
Yeah, and I don't know where you want to go with this party analogy, but Abigail was like the one that was making sure everybody was happy with what they were getting. She distributed well. She was making sure that all of her players were getting the balls in positions that they could score in. And then every once in a while, when she needed to take control, if the party got out of hand, she was the one that took control and went and spoke to the cops. She stood in front of everybody. What a great game from Abigail Pearson. Just a leadership game. We could go on and on about tonight, but tonight, like I said, measuring stick. Where do you go from here? You've proven that you can beat one of the top teams in the state, Class 4A. How do you go from here? And the next, again, another big week. How do you go from there?
5 in a row now for Southeast of Saline. They've won 7 of their last 8. The next game for Southeast of Saline's girls will be in the Sterling tournament. They go in the number 1 seed. When this bracket came out a little bit early, kind of raise your eyebrow and go, are they the number 1 seed? I think they've done enough to prove that now, going in with a 7-2 record. They are the number 1 seed. They will take on the host school Sterling Tuesday at 7:30. Of course, we will have that for you here on KINA and also on SalinaPost.com. For tonight, 54-46, the victory for Southeast of Saline. They've won 5 in a row, 7 of their last 8, and it is a gym by committee. When you talk about the gym of the game, there was gyms tonight. It's brought to you by Vernon Jewelers. Valentine's Day right around the corner. You can walk in their diamond stud sale and get diamond stud earrings for as low as $80 at Vernon Jewelers. It's the little things that matter since 1884. A Lady Trojan victory, 54-46. We're about 5 minutes away from starting lineups and the anthem. For the guys contest, we'll step away, take a short break. When we come back, after this 2-minute timeout, we will start pregame as we turn the corner for Southeast of Saline guys basketball against Clay Center here on KINA.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the Southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
Happy New Year to you and your family from Vernon Jewelers. 2025 is the start to our 141st year in business. Looking back, we have had the pleasure of serving a lot of special people and making great memories. Even better, we look forward to seeing our current customers as well as many new faces in the new year. Remember, we're not old, we're just really good at what we do. Look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe in downtown Salina. Vernon Jewelers, where it's little things that matter since 1884.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Welcome back here to the Tiger Den in Clay Center. We're about 3 minutes away from starting lineups and getting this one underway. Southeast of Saline comes in. They're 3-5 on the guys' side, 2-3 in the NCAA after a big 67-59 rally win over Lions on the road on Tuesday. Gannon Jacobson led the way with 20 points, but right there in his sidecar was Tiernan Potachik with 19. Owen Bailey had 17, as Southeast of Saline only committed 6 turnovers on Tuesday, and they came from behind. They were down at one point 13 points in this game, and they came back to get the victory 67-59. Looking at NCAA standings coming into the night, Beloit and Sacred Heart still unbeaten in league play. They sit atop of the standings. Southeast of Saline right there at 2-3 along with Ellsworth, and it's Lyons, Minneapolis, and Republic County. Your NCAA games for tonight, Minneapolis is at Beloit, Ellsworth is at Sacred Heart, and of course this game here tonight out of conference for Southeast of Saline against the Clay Center Tigers. Last year when these two teams hooked up, it was Southeast of Saline with a runaway victory. That was a game that really Southeast of Saline could not do much wrong at home in their home gym. And Bryson Flax's guys last year got a victory against Clay Center 60-35 in the meeting last year. Kevin Lilly steps in now and joins us. And Kevin, I don't think we expect that kind of a game here tonight. I think we almost expect the same thing that we just got done watching on the girls' side, right?
Yeah. You know, I had a quick conversation with Shauna Smith before the game and kind of just going back with her. And you know, I've I've enjoyed watching the girls play because they've improved so much. And the same thing here with the boys. I think, we've got an opportunity here to beat a quality team. And so, you've got a little momentum after beating the Lions and see if we can't get one on the road here against a quality opponent.
Absolutely. Clay Center comes in. They are 6-2 overall in the NCKL, 4-2 in league play in the North Central Kansas League. And they got kind of scoring by committee. Jace Weller, one of their better basketball players, still, I think, getting over an injury because of football season. He's averaging 9.5 points per game. Owen Craig at 10.5. Weston Hammond at 14.5. And, oh, by the way, Cole Platson, who is a D1 baseball player, just getting his first action against Rock Creek on Tuesday here for the season. So he's working his way back in as well. This Clay Center team is under the direction of Travis Smith. And this will be a good game here tonight between Clay Center and Southeast of Saline. We'll step away. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you and the beginning of this one. It is a non-league contest, Southeast of Saline and Clay Center, and it's coming up right here on KINA.
KINA Salina.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Asaria Oil and Hardware.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and KINA Sports. Trojan Basketball is on the air. This is Countdown to Tip-Off for Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA Sports. Coming up, you're going to get a full preview of area games, analysis on this matchup, and keys to a Trojan win. Now let's head to the gym for Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KINA.
Welcome back into the Tiger Den here in Clay Center. Devin Haney along with Kevin Lilly as the starting lineups are being introduced right now to the crowd that is coming in to the Tiger Den here in Clay Center. They're just now coming in for the first time. They missed a heck of a game between Clay Center and Southeast of Saline. On the girls' side, Southeast of Saline got the victory in that game. Now it's the boys' turn. Starting lineups for Clay Center, it'll be Jace Weller, a 6'2 junior, 9.5 points a game. Also Colton Tadman, a 5'10 senior, 3.8 points a game. Sorry, Jace Weller is a senior too. I think it said he's a junior. 5 seniors in the starting lineup for Clay Center. Owen Craig, 10.5 points per game. Weston Hammond, 14.8 points a game. And Anthony Davies, 5 points a game. For Southeast of Saline, sticking with the same lineup for the 4th consecutive game now is head coach Francis Flax. He'll go with Gannon Jacobson and Owen Bailey, both averaging about 16.5 points a game, along with Sam Knopf. Those 3 Trojans have started all 8 games for Southeast of Saline. Now tonight is number 9. Adam Teal on the starting lineup for the 5th time. 4 points, 3.5 rebounds a game for him. And Grady Gebhardt, a 9th game starter as well. The 5'8 junior, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists per contest. Kevin Lilly joins us for the guys' game. Kevin, your new image audio, keys to success tonight for Southeast of Saline.
Devin, I think, for me tonight, I think it's going to be very important for us to play inside out. And I said that last week, and I think if we bail them out by taking early threes, we're just playing into their hands. Yeah, I think it's key for us to try to play with a lead and try to sustain a lead. Do your work early, get it down inside, let them kick it out. If it's there, we can take it, we can live with that.
Gannon Jacobson in the center circle. He will jump it up along with Jace Weller, and Jacobson will win the tip. Grady Gebhardt brings it across the timeline for the first time for Southeast of Saline. Trojans wearing their road purple jerseys, trimmed in black and white. Southeast of Saline turns it over, trying to get it in down low to Adam Teal on their first possession. Yeah, it just goes right off of Adam's hands there, but good sign early, looking inside to get the ball there. Southeast back the other way now defensively. Clay Center wearing their home whites. Orange numerals, a little bit of black on those jerseys as well. Here's a three-pointer. Left-hand side, rims off, no good. Owen Bailey with the rebound for Southeast of Saline.
Got lucky there, just got pinned down. Clay Center had a wide-open shot there.
Here's a three-pointer, left-hand side by Bailey. That's no good. Clay Center back to the other way.
Grady Gebhardt with a pickpocket there.
Jacobson back to Grady, who absolutely will not shoot. He plays it out to Owen Bailey, and Bailey with a two-pointer. It's a lot harder than what it should have been, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was right there for a layup and still kicked it out. I don't know that he realized that nobody was around him.
2-0. Southeast of Saline draws the first points of the game. Here's Weller on a scoop shot. It ends up being rebounded and put back in, all in one motion by Anthony Davies. His first basket of the game, and he gets Clay Center on the board. 2-2 is our score, 90 seconds into this one. Southeast of Saline with the basketball. Jacobson on the left-hand side, him and Weller going at it. It's a great matchup. Jacobson to the cup, trying to flip it up over the backboard. It won't go. Gannon got his own rebound, though, and sticks it back in. Gannon Jacobson had 20 on Tuesday against Lions. He has his first basket here.
Yeah, Till just working hard down low. Just pops it right back to Gannon and go up to get two.
4-2 Trojans. 6:08 left to go now in this first quarter of action. Big old crowd of Tigers on the left-hand side. Poor spacing there. Now they'll reverse the ball and get it on the opposite side of the floor. Here's a three-pointer put up, and it is good. For Clay Center, it's Owen Craig. His first basket of the night, and it's a 1-point Tiger lead for the first time.
And they're just screening each other, but nobody communicates whether we're switching or fighting through.
Here's a three-pointer by Gannon Jacobson, and he answers the call. He saw the three of Owen Craig and put one in himself. 7-5. Southeast of Saline back to two. Here's Craig trying another one. That is no good. And it rims off to Owen Bailey.
And there.
Precision ag pass of the game is early on in this one as Owen Bailey found Sam Knopf along the baseline. Sam's able to put it in, and Southeast of Saline has a couple of baseline jumpers, one from each side, that they've buried in this game on their way to a 4-point lead. Take a check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard and see if there's good stuff on there. As we check to the bottom of the list here, the Abilene Cowgirls get a win. They snap a 35-game losing streak. And they win for the first time since January 20th, 2023. Tonight they beat Concordia 49-45. You could almost tell what the youth of that Abilene team and Coach Sean Herman had when we were in Abilene's gym earlier on in the season. Boy, they're a team a lot like Southeast of Saline. They're going to be good here coming up if they keep improving.
Yep.
They get a win tonight. That's big for AHS.
Yeah, they had us on the ropes the whole game.
9-5. 5:09 left to go here, first quarter. Just underway here from the Tiger Den and Clay Center. There's a three-pointer out of the timeout. That's no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be taken by the lone Tiger, and they're doing battle. Now Grady Gebhardt's going to come in and rip it away, and the referee is going to come in. He's going to say dual possession. It's going to stay here with Clay Center as Anthony Davies, the only Tiger in there, doing battle for the rebound for Clay Center.
And defensively, we just went to a zone there.
There's a Tiger unattended. He went right around Sam Knopf. It was Jace Weller, and he scores his first basket of the game. Jace is so smooth. I was impressed with him the last 2 seasons for Clay Center. Gebhardt with it, now to the right-hand side. Through Adam Teal, they'll go to Knopf on the wing. Now back to Owen Bailey between the circles. We've seen Owen up top more in this offense against Clay Center, against this man-to-man than what we have. Here's a pass that goes off the foot of Sam Knopf. Now in the middle of the floor, Clay Center trying to get custody of it, but they cannot, and it's going to be taken away by Owen Bailey. There's a runaway layup. Left-hand side, Adam Teal gets his first basket of the game. Teal becomes the 4th Trojan to score in this contest. There's a flat-footed jumper that's up and in by Anthony Davies. Back to a 2-point Southeast lead halfway through the first quarter. Got a foul here on Weller, trying to run through a screen that time for Grady Gebhardt. For Jace Weller, that is the first foul of the game for anybody.
And I think with Owen being so far out and they're coming out and guarding him, that should open a lot of things up, whether that's a driving lane or finding somebody inside.
Gebhardt set to inbounds. We're exactly halfway through the first period. 4 minutes left to go. There's Jacobson on the drive. Collides into a Tiger, and they're going to call player control on Gannon Jacobson. Not a great call. Francis Flax doesn't like it. It's a 3rd turnover for Southeast of Saline. Boy, way deep, way too far close to the baseline for that to be a player control foul.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those things where you just want to see it on both sides. If you're going to call it down here, let's call it both ways.
11-9, our score. There's a little touch foul now on Gebhardt, and that'll be Grady's first foul.
And so we went to a zone for 1 possession, and that is it. I mean, they got that wide open 3, and we have not been back into it since.
LS basket by Weston Hammond. For Clay Center, we're all tied up at 11. Owen Bailey coming off a screen. His 3-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Davies inside, cleaning it up for Clay Center. This Clay Center team is so senior strong. They have a ton of seniors.
And they've played a lot of games for Clay Center. I was talking to my son on the way up here, and a lot of these guys that are playing now played against him when he was a senior. So, you know, you're talking sophomores, a lot of them sophomores that were playing against them.
Tiernan Potacek pops up off the bench. He had a new career high against Lions on Tuesday night of 19 points. Isaiah Kerr also coming in. Tanner Schroeder also into the game for Southeast of Saline. For Clay Center, Isaac Bergeron into the game for the first time. 11-11, 3:15 left to go here, first period. Here's a drive and a shot that is put up and in by Weston Hammond, and he will also get a chance at a 3-point play. Foul called on Southeast of Saline. And it will be a foul on Isaiah Kerr, who has just checked in.
And I think defensively, if you're not going to communicate, you're going to continue to get burned on down screens, up screens. You've got to have something that you're going to do. You got to communicate it to the other guy.
3-point lead now by Clay Center. It's their biggest lead of the quarter, 14-11, thanks to that 3-point play for Weston Hammond. Southeast now with the basketball. Craig wants to drive. He has it stripped away and taken away. Here comes Clay Center back to the other end, but it's going to be recovered by Gannon Jacobson. Seen that a couple times already in this game. Owen Bailey all the way to the right-hand side of the basket, up and good.
Just not giving up on a play. It's not over yet.
Bailey and Jacobson have combined for 9 points here in this first quarter. Southeast of Saline trailing by 1. Here's a blocking foul now. This will go against Southeast of Saline. It's Tiernan Potacek's first.
I mean, when you lower your shoulder and you go right into the defender, I don't know what else is a charge. Tiernan was in great position there to take that charge. He lowered his shoulder. Same thing on the other end. That guy wasn't in good position. He gets a charge call. We don't get a charge call on our end.
First free throw by Owen Craig is up and good. Isaac Gurton trying to check into the game, but he's going to replace the shooter, so he has to wait. The free throw pending here from Owen Craig. And it rattles off. No good. Tiernan Potacek with the rebound. Got some scores on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Girls finals that are trickling in. We'll check at the next break. Here's Jacobson. Little spin move. He leaves it off now for Kerr. Back to Gannon for 3. That one missed badly. Kerr trying to get the rebound. Clay Center's going to pull it out, and a foul on Southeast of Saline will result in more Clay Center free throws. This foul will go against Schroeder. Tanner Schroeder gets his first.
I still think with Gannon, when that ball rotates there, I think getting downhill and getting to the cup is going to be his best shot right now.
First free throw open good by Clay Center. Second one on the way, also good. Southeast of Saline with it back now. It's a 4-point Clay Center lead. Southeast of Saline with it. 17-13, trailing by 4. Kerr nearly hit a three-pointer off the backboard. Jacobson got the rebound. Can't finish at the front of the rim, but a foul called here on Clay Center. Now send Gannon Jacobson to the free throw line. Good work inside by Gannon, not giving up on that possession. They're going to call this foul on the floor. It's peculiar. I don't know that Gannon was ever on the floor.
No, he was in the air 3 different times.
Yeah. He gets off the floor so darn quick. Now the inbounds. Potacik gets it into Jacobson. Gannon on a spin move, leaves it out to Kerr. Kerr now back to Jacobson. Gannon will find Owen Bailey, who comes from the left wing. Back to Kerr. Open from 3. Isaiah, though, will save it over to Tiernan Potacik. He'll shoot for the first time. Too strong, no good. Battle for the rebound, taken in by Isaac Bergeron for Clay Center.
And Gannon's got a mismatch. If he'll just use it and drive downhill or post him, there's a mismatch.
Weller down low. Guarded by Tiernan Potacik, and Jace Weller went to work on the block, scoring over Potacik. It's a 6-point Tiger lead. 19-13. Owen Bailey, a bullet pass down low. Gannon being bumped off the block. He's going to score anyway.
And I think that play will be there all day. I mean, if they want to continue to run it, it's there. He's got about a 4-inch height difference on the guy that's guarding him.
7 points already for Gannon. Here's a three-pointer right-hand side that is up and good by Brett Hoffman. Hoffman coming off the bench, scoring the 3. 1 minute left to go, opening quarter. 22-15 now, a 7-point Tiger lead. Along the baseline, Potacik has it. Guarded over there by Hoffman. Now a laner up off the rim, no good, but Potacik is going to get himself to the free throw line.
And he is so good at that little pump fake, get you up in the air, spin around, and still be able to, either go up and shoot or get the foul.
It was a lot of threes Tuesday against Lions because that's what Lions was giving us. But that's one thing I've noticed about Tiernan that this team needs. He has the ability to go create his own shot.
Yeah, he absolutely does. And the thing is he's such a good free throw shooter, too. So when he does get fouled, going to the line, he can put him in for us.
First free throw was good. 49 seconds left to play here in the opening quarter. Second free throw is no good. Ball being tapped out. Tiernan Potacik, the one that will get it. Tiernan now has it, middle of the floor. 22-16, Clay Center leading by 6. Isaiah Kerr now has it. He'll dribble from left to right. Now look for help. He'll find Schroeder. Tanner Schroeder wants to turn the corner. Cannot get there, but he hands it off to Potacik. Tiernan, a beautiful left-handed pass into Gannon Jacobson. Multiple precision passes. Brought to you by Everhart Precision Ag here in this first quarter.
And I really think, Devin, Tiernan, he could be the engine that makes this team really go. If we really, put him in the right position, he can do so many good things for Southeast.
He is not scared, I will tell you that. He came in to several games this year, and he is just steadily growing momentum. That sure paid off Tuesday against Lions. Here's a steal now. Grady Gebhardt coming up the floor. Gebhardt, a bounce pass across the paint to Jacobson, just in time. A buzzer beater. Gebhardt to Gannon Jacobson for a two-pointer as the backboard lights went off, and we're at the end of the first quarter. Clay Center leads it, but Southeast of Saline with a little run. 22-20. Southeast of Saline trailing Clay Center by 2. You're listening on KINA and watching live stream video free of charge on SalinaPost.com. Brought to you by Assyria Oil and Hardware.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Welcome back to the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Clay Center tonight. Clay Center once had a 7-point lead, but the last 5 points belong to Southeast of Saline as they close out the quarter. Now 22-20. Southeast has a chance to extend that as they begin the second quarter with the basketball. Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly back here in Clay Center. The third road game of the week for Southeast of Saline. That will not change next week as we will enter into the Sterling tournament. That begins for both the boys and girls on Tuesday. Foul on Clay Center. It's Jace Weller picking up a cheap one to start the quarter. That is number 2 now on him. Right-hand side, Isaiah Kerr with it. Kerr now in the corner to Bailey. Bailey in a trap, gets through it. Now to Schroeder, left-hand side, Potacek. Runner from the baseline, goes up, barely glances off the rim, and a long outlet here now for the Tigers. 1-on-2 break for the Tigers. They pitch it out left-hand side, Hammond. He looks over to the right, now pulls the trigger from 3 and drains it. Weston Hammond has 8 points to lead the Tigers in this game.
We just didn't recover defensively. Yeah. I mean, he stood there, like forever, and nobody just went out and nobody went to guard him.
So that 5-0 run now by Southeast of Saline hits the wall as Owen Bailey will run. His shot up from the right-hand side of the lane is rattling off no good. 2 Tigers trying to get the rebound, goes out of bounds. They'll stay here with Southeast of Saline. Adam Teal, Gannon Jacobson will check in. Gannon already with 11 points to lead all scorers in this game. 7:05 left to go here, second quarter. Baseline inbounds here for Grady Gebhardt. He's going to pitch it way out high to Jacobson. Gannon collects the defense, plays it out to Teal. Adam wants to drive off the window, and he is going to be called for a player control foul. And I would make the argument that that was a flop. We had the angle here, Kev, where we're setting that there was very little contact. Maybe their jerseys touched, but there was very little contact, and I would call that a flop.
Yep, absolutely.
Which, as we now know, is illegal in the state of Kansas in high school basketball.
That's right. It was great rotation. That's the thing. Like, you penalize a guy for, coming over, and he's not there yet. So
Hammond faked the 3, steps to his right. His three-pointer that he does launch is blocked partially. Isaiah Kerr ends up with the rebound underneath, and now he is fouled. And this foul will go against Anthony Davies for Clay Center.
And even there, I didn't see a ton of contact there.
Yeah. Which is crazy, too. This is the same crew that we had during the girls' game, and I thought they did a really good job of letting the game develop a flow, and, man, it was fun basketball to watch. Kerr with it. Up top, he got the handoff from Bailey. Now he'll fire it left-hand side to Jacobson. Bailey running the baseline, has it now on the opposite side of the floor from where he gave it up initially. Back to Kerr now in the middle. He wants to go to Owen Bailey. Bailey tried to high post, force it into Teal. That ball got poked out of there, but Grady Gebhardt saves it for Southeast. Now a skip pass over everybody. Isaiah Kerr with a 3. That won't go. Bailey on the rebound was knocked to the floor as he came floating in there. It'll either be Teal or Bailey at the free throw line, depending on when this foul was called. And it's on Davies. That'll be 2 quick ones for Anthony Davies and 2 fouls for him. They will send Owen Bailey to the free throw line. That was one of those plays, Kevin, where Owen came swooping in, caught the ball in the air, and then reshot it without even coming down with it.
And Teal took a shot, too.
Yeah, he did.
So
First free throw is up and good for Owen Bailey. So far on the season, he's been really good at the free throw line. 86% coming into this one.
And I think that's why he needs to not settle for the threes as much. I think getting downhill and getting to the cup is kind of going to be his cup of tea.
Second free throw is up, also good. Proof the announcer jinx does not work, and it's not a real thing. 6 points for Owen Bailey. 25-22, Southeast of Saline hanging around here against a team from the NCKL that is 6-2 on the season. And we know what their schedule looks like, right? They play the Abilades, they play the Wamigos, they play the Marysvilles. 3 teams that are very good in the state of Kansas in Class 4A and 3A. There's a shot by the Tigers, deflected. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Clay Center. Set to inbound it down low is Cole Pladsen. Pladsen, as we said, he's headed to Oklahoma State to play baseball. Remember, he was the quarterback for the football team. He is one heck of an athlete, maybe one of those guys that can name what he wants to do next level. But he had a little bit of a nagging injury, and he has just started to be in game action on the varsity floor for Clay Center. His first game action came Tuesday against Rock Creek. And now a three-pointer that is drained out top of the circle by Owen Craig. That's his second one of the night. He has 7.
And it was good defense. Grady was out there, elevated over him, and made the 3.
Sometimes you see shots like that are, 3, 4, 5 feet behind the line that players will take on their home floor as Jacobson tries to answer. That's no good. But to finish that thought, you see them take them on their home floor because, this is where they practice. They're used to that. They know that they can make that, and they're comfortable with it. Jacobson missed that 3, ended up getting the ball back, and goes to the rack and scores. He has a baker's dozen. Here's Pladsen now running into Jacobson. The ball ends up getting kicked inadvertently, and it'll end up in the hands of Southeast of Saline until Jace Weller takes it away. Weller into the paint, stripped away by Jacobson. They're going to call a foul on Gannon Jacobson, and that'll drive the Southeast crowd nuts. 2 fouls now for Gannon Jacobson.
Sometimes you just don't see it. You just think there's going to be a foul, so your whistle just kind of goes off at times. I really believe that because, Gannon had one hand on the ball, just ripped it free.
Playing the game ahead in your mind, seeing what you think you're going to see before you actually see what happened. Does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened there.
As long as you're with me.
Yep.
2 free throws up and good. Isaac Bergeron off the bench has his first points. Back to a 6-point Clay Center lead. Owen Bailey trying to change that. His three-pointer strong from the left side, no good. Clay Center saving the rebounds. Bergeron did a nice job flipping that behind his back before he went out of bounds. It's to Jace Weller. He'll drive to the right-hand elbow. Now a shot put up by the Tigers is no good. Owen Bailey jerks another rebound out of there. Here comes a 3-on-3 break. Bailey right down the center of the lane. Switch to the left hand and scored. What a play by Owen Bailey. Switching from right to left to get around the defender and put those 2 points in.
And I know that's a fast break for him in doing that, but it's like settling for that 3 in the possession before that. Those are the things that Owen can do.
Owen is so talented. He makes a fast break look slow.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, it's so effortless. It looks like it's slow motion sometimes. Tiernan Potacek will check in here. He will join Jacobson, Bailey, Sam Knopf back into the game. Also Adam Teal on the floor for Southeast of Saline. 4-point game, 3:49 left to go here in the second quarter. 30-26, Clay Center leading. Here's Potacek driving, lost the basketball there, popped up over his shoulder, and they're going to call a foul now on Clay Center. Foul will go against Owen Craig. First foul for Owen Craig. 4th team foul for Clay Center. So now the Tigers up against the wall as far as foul count. They will put Southeast of Saline in the bonus for the last 3:41 of the second quarter.
And I think this lineup for us, this is a really good lineup offensively for us. They have to respect everybody on the court.
Bailey way out near the timeline, saves that basketball. Now a full 360 pirouette at the right elbow, up and in. Owen Bailey having a nice quarter here in the second with a half a dozen. He has 10 for the half. Back to a 2-point game.
And those are the things for Bailey I just want to see more and more of.
Down low, Bergeron has it. Little turnaround is up and good.
And there, Teal just lets him get too deep in the lane. He's got to get his work done early.
Jacobson with a reverse layup. Here's a steal now. Tiernan Potocik and Jacobson take it away from Clay Center. Tigers retreating on defense. Southeast can tie it up. Jacobson in the middle of the paint. That guarded jumper in the middle of the paint. What a shot by Gannon, but also very good defense by the Tigers. Now back the other way. Tiernan Potocik in position to take the charge. There was a little contact, nothing called, and a runaway layup there by Owen Craig.
He was like in that in-between area. I think I need to take it, but I think I'm too deep.
Well, we've recognized Tiernan Potocik as the collecting charge master of the Southeast team. He just got caught with a shuffle there, and that's the second Southeast turnover of this quarter.
And I don't think, with Tiernan, he goes. It doesn't matter if it's the floater, the three, defensively, he just goes.
34-30 is our score. Clay Center leading by a couple of possessions here. 2:25 left to go before halftime. Weston Hammond has been on the bench. He has come back in. One of Clay Center's leaders in offense. He has 8 points so far. Bergeron has it. Looked like he got away with the walking. Now he has it back out top. Over to Brett Hoffman. Now a little reset here as Colton Tadman brings it back between the center circles. There's a ball inside. Owen Bailey nearly took it away. Came over and helped side defense, but Clay Center kept it on their end. Now a hanging jumper that's up and no good. Brett Hoffman missed it, got his own rebound. Now he plays it back out. Weston Hammond open for three. Oh, you can't leave him open. He just got another one.
And you see that a lot, Devin, when you don't grab a rebound and everybody gets out of spots, and then you kick it out for a three. 90% of the time, it's like that guy makes you pay.
Hammond just got the foul on defense. That will send Sam Knopf to the free throw line. Knopf with 2 points in the first quarter. He'll have a chance to add to that here. As all of a sudden, once again, Clay Center up by 7. It's been their biggest lead of the night. First free throw on the way. Knopf missed that one. This game just a 2-point game at the end of the first quarter as Southeast of Saline put on a 5-0 run after trailing by 7. They're down by 6 now as Knopf makes that second free throw. 3 points for Sam Knopf tonight, 37-31, last 90 seconds of this second quarter. Stick with us at halftime. We'll have Shauna Smith join us. We'll get to talk about a fun Southeast of Saline Lady Trojan victory here tonight. Here's Hammond down low, able to get a rebound and stick it back in. Weston Hammond has 8 points in the quarter, 13 for the game. 1:08 left to play here before halftime. Potocik with it up top. Picks it up off the deck. Now he blows by the defense off the window. It's good. Tiernan Potocik, his first field goal of the night. That went high off the glass to trim this Clay Center lead back down to 6.
It's almost like he has to fall on the ground for the ball to go in when he's driving.
It has to be difficult, right? There's a pass out to the corner for Clay Center. Now they'll make a drive. Extra pass to Hoffman. His shot won't go. Hammond comes crashing in. He's fouled on the putback. And Weston Hammond will go to the free throw line. So Hammond steps to the stripe. 1 of 1 from the line so far tonight.
And we just get lost defensively sometimes, Devin. The first initial defense, we're pretty good, and then they move it to the short corner and then pop it back out and then hit somebody on the backside. We're lost, and then now everybody's scrambling, and then everybody's out of place defensively. Then they're out of place for rebounding, and then we foul them.
Hammond's first free throw put the Clay Center lead back to 7. He can give them their biggest lead of the night with this one, and he does. Now an 8-point lead for Clay Center. 41-33. Southeast of Saline with 35 seconds left to go here in the first half. Knopf up high with the rebound. Now back to Owen Bailey. Bailey inside a triple team. Plays it out to Potocik on the opposite side of the floor. Tiernan on the left side of the floor. Brief double team for him. Now he's looking for space. He'll find Isaiah Kerr. Clock down to 20. Francis Flax with both hands extended, telling his guys we're in no hurry here. Clock down to 13. Back over to Tiernan Potocik, who will come back to the middle of the floor and reset. Isaiah Kerr with it. Gannon Jacobson on the bench right now. Remember, he got his second foul. Patacic just had it deflected and taken away, and Clay Center will take a desperation shot at the end of the half, and it will not go. We are at halftime. The Tigers of Clay Center with their biggest lead of the first half into the locker room at halftime. 41-33 is the score. The Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report is here. When we come back, we'll check numbers from the first half. We'll also take a dive into the Bennington State Bank scoreboard, and we will chat with Shauna Smith. It's all coming up when we come back. 41-33, Clay Center leading Southeast of Saline at halftime here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North Ninth, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here in the Tiger Den in Clay Center, halftime of the guys contest, 41-33 is our score. Clay Center, their biggest advantage of this game thus far of 8 points. Let's check the scoring for you. Gannon Jacobson set the last few minutes of that first half. He has 2 fouls. Francis Flax trying to protect him from getting in foul trouble here. He has 15 points, 10 points for Owen Bailey, 3 points for Sam Knopf, 3 for Tiernan Patacic, and 2 for Adam Teal. For the Clay Center Tigers, 15 points for Weston Hammond. He has equaled Jacobson's efforts. 9 points for Owen Craig, 4 points all for Jace Weller, Anthony Davies, and Isaac Bergeron. 3 points for Brett Hoffman and 2 points for Clay Center's Jonah Trevino. Free throw shooting looks like this. 4 of 6 from the free throw line for Southeast of Saline. Clay Center 8 out of 9. 6 turnovers for Southeast of Saline in the first half. 5 for the Clay Center Tigers as we are at halftime, 41-33. Earlier tonight, a victory for the Southeast Lady Trojans. 54-46, the final score there. Shauna Smith's squad now 7-2 on the season. 5 victories in a row, 7 of the last 8. This is a fun game to watch. I'm sure it was even more of a blast to coach. Coach, as your girls continue to grow, they continue to do awesome things on the court. The growing pains also make it fun to watch from a spectator. I'm sure sometimes it's frustrating as a coach. But what a big victory for your girls on the road tonight. What do you think about this one?
This was just a hard-fought, gritty game. Yeah. It was a possession game, and that's what we kind of talked about throughout the week here, about that's this how this game was going to be, and that you can't have too many mental lapses like in a row. And I thought tonight I can only, like I said, think of really about 3 of those that we had for 32 minutes, and that's kind of what it's going to take, and that's what makes us, to be a next level team if we want to be.
In the money quarters, the second and the fourth, I had you for 1 turnover total unofficially. You had 0 turnovers in the second quarter. You had 1 in the fourth quarter. You have 10 for the entire game. But this is the second road game in a row now that you've had more turnovers than your opponent and you got victory. That says something right there as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just thought we were solid tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, even the 10 turnovers there, 10 turnovers is still not very many. I mean, obviously, we would love to have 10 turnovers a lot of nights.
Yep, absolutely. I'm going to start right here with free throw shooting because not typical of a younger team is a high free throw percentage. You guys have shot free throws pretty well all season long. You're about 65% as a team. Tonight, 12 of 15 in the fourth quarter, 17 of 22 for the game, 77% from the line in this game, and that's really what helped seal the deal for you. Kaya Samuelson had a couple of threes in that fourth quarter. Abbott Pearson had a couple of field goals, but you were placed at the line 15 times and you made 12 of them.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of kind of sticking to our game plan, and like I said, that's what allowed us, because then we got the ball reversed and got up that baseline there and got some nice looking shots there and got to the rim and got some fouls, and the referees called those fouls. Sometimes we come to here and we don't get the body fouls, the little hand checks and the bumps, whatever. And I thought they called us, and they called it both ends. They called those fouls both sides of the court.
Lily Edwards is an exceptional basketball player, especially scoring. She came into tonight averaging 17.5 points a game. She gets 7 points in the fourth quarter when they really needed points, but she only ends up with 14. Talk about the defensive effort on her.
I thought we were phenomenal. There was only a couple times, whatever, but we talked to like the last, Wednesday and Thursday, worked on guarding her, where she's at, and our freshmen are starting to understand a little bit more how we game plan and what we're talking about. So I kind of wish when we go back and play these other teams that we got beat by, they've learned a little bit how game planning works. But they did a phenomenal job on her. There's only a couple times that she really got loose, but a kid like that's going to.
Yeah.
But my last words, yesterday for him is that she's probably going to get her 20 points tonight. We just can't let those other kids, go off also. She didn't get her 20 and whatever. So I thought we did a good job, but tonight all around our rebounding is what really helped us.
You and I joke a lot when the 6'2 and 6'3 girls are going to show up at Southeast of Saline, but tonight you were faced against 2 6-footers in the starting lineup for Clay Center, and this is something that's not going to show up in the box score, but I thought Addison Rohr, I thought Annabelle Viala's off the bench, I thought Sutton Douglas, at times Abbott Pearson when needed. I thought inside you guys were really, really good, and a special asterisk on that, how many rebounds did Reese Heinrich have tonight?
Well, actually, at halftime, I told her that, because it was that backside, and we had to have her rebound, and that's what we told him, is that it's going to be our outside wings. They're going to have to get those rebounds, and I told her she probably actually had more rebounds tonight than she probably has all season, but she did a great job. But I thought, in all, like I said, those posts, they were going against those big kids in there, and I can just picture this one down here that Addison Rohr ripped down, like she's going against that 6'1" kid, and just two hands rips it down out of there. And those are, as I turned to my girls on the bench, I said, that's a big time rebound, and I thought the whole game, like you said, everybody got big time rebounds when we needed it. There's only one time I can really remember that was late in the game, and then they're also desperate for rebounds. They're going that they don't care if they're going to foul or not. We gave them 3 possessions and gave them up that, but I thought we were big time rebounding tonight.
My favorite part of Reese's night was in the second half, they shot a 3 on the right wing. She came out, contested the shot, turned and boxed out. The rebound came back to them. She held that box out until the ball went out of bounds and watched it go out of bounds. That was textbook box out there by Reese Heinrich. But I went through and I was given the Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game, and I was just thinking about everybody that came into the game, and there was not a single player that came into this game that didn't deserve it. So tonight, it was a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game by committee. I thought your team played well tonight. It was an exceptional game.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, just because, a couple of the kids that came in and they didn't score any points, but, I said, I always talk about, Sarah Feldman didn't score any points, but I looked at her and I said, I need you to lead us. Make sure that, yes, and they all came in and did their things that they needed to do for us. Sometimes it's not about the scoring and the rebound. Like I said, Reagan got some rebounds there, and just handling the ball. There's all those little things there that, you don't always need scores, which that's always nice when you do have those things. But just, everybody came in and did some things for us tonight.
We'll continue to rack up the miles next week going to the Sterling tournament. You were ranked as the number 1 seed when that bracket came out. I think between the time the bracket came out and now, where we're going to start the tournament next week, you have solidified your seeding as the number 1 seed in that tournament. And that tournament is always a fun tournament. I know it's something that is kind of on your shelf as a tournament you want to win, because Southeast has not been able to do that, boys or girls, at the Sterling tournament. So it'll be fun next week. We will talk to you on Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, thank you.
Shauna Smith, head coach of the Southeast Trojans. Her girls tonight get a big win. That could be a statement win in their season. 7-2 now overall on the season as they knock off the 5th-ranked team in Class 4A in the Clay Center Tigers. A 60-second timeout. When we come back, we'll have third quarter action for you. An 8-point lead for Clay Center over Southeast of Saline in the boys game here on KINA.
For over 30 years, Ryan Roofing has been the area's leader in commercial roofing installation. Over 10 million square feet of Duralast roofing. Now, Ryan Roofing is expanding their expertise to the residential properties to better serve you and your home. Shingles, windows, siding, and gutters. Call Ryan Roofing in Salina today for a free roof assessment and get the expert advice you need. Ryan Roofing, serving commercial businesses in the area for over 30 years and now working for you on your residential property.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa, or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
41-33 our scores. We get ready to start third quarter action. 15 points for Gannon Jacobson, 15 points for Weston Hammond. Kevin Lilly, your keys to success for the Trojans to come back and rally for the second time this week.
Well, I just think it's going to end up going to the defensive end. Defensively, we got to communicate just a little bit better on those screens and all that. And then offensively, I think we need to get downhill and don't settle for that three-point shot. It'll be there at any time. So let's not just settle.
Everybody enters the third quarter. Not a lot of foul trouble. Nobody has more than two. Grady Gebhardt has just collected his second foul as he was playing defense on the left wing of that Clay Center offense. 41-33. It's the biggest lead of the night for Clay Center. Jay Swallow.
Instead of getting pinned down, you just switch it and you don't get wide open free throw.
43-33. Sam Knopf with it. Now back middle of the floor to Owen Craig. Excuse me, Owen Bailey. Mixed up my Owens there. There's a pitch out to Knopf. We got another player control foul. This is on Gannon Jacobson, and this is number 3 on Gannon. The necessity to call player control fouls in this game is a little bit ridiculous.
That's the fourth one, I believe.
Yep.
And at some point in time, do you not have to give Gannon somewhere to land when he jumps in the air? But maybe you don't. And if you see where they're wiping it up, it's under the goal.
Yeah, I was going to say it's
under the goal.
It's another one that's really deep.
Well, and Gannon just has to understand now you got to be a little smart on defense. You can't be near as handsy or near as aggressive.
So Southeast back here on defense after that foul called on Gannon Jacobson is his third. And now a foul that we will go back the other way. So a turnover for Clay Center.
And I didn't see anything there either.
Very little. 1 minute into the second half. Jacobson. Plays it over to the right. Owen Bailey has it now. Him and Gebhardt both in the right wing. Now down deep to Adam Teal. Teal tried to find Jacobson cutting through the paint and went off his shoe. And then it's saved over here from going out of bounds by Sam Knopf. Back to Grady Gebhardt. Now he working around the perimeter. Jacobson with a spin move. He's going to stop and pop it up. Again, probably afraid of that player control foul that would be called as Davies came over to stand in the way defensively.
And that's exactly what happened, Devin. You could see he was going, and all of a sudden, I better not. Straight up.
10-point lead here by Clay Center. Weller off to the right-hand side. Wanted a little give and go there with Davies. He does get it, but not on the baseline side. It was on the elbow side. Davies puts a shot up. That rolls off no good. Teal with the rebound. He'll pitch it out to Knopf. Now to Bailey, who's running. Owen makes his way to the free throw line. 15-foot jumper won't go down. 2 Southeast players in there to rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Southeast of Saline. It'll either be on Bailey or Gebhardt, and they're going to call it on Owen Bailey. It's his first.
And I think there, the action was to keep going and then to kick to Gannon in the corner because Gannon was wide open.
Still a 10-point Clay Center lead. They have scored the first basket here of the second half, and that is all the scoring so far in the first 2+ minutes. Clay Center trying to extend that double-digit lead even more. What do we got here? Got a stoppage in play. Maybe something on the floor again.
I couldn't tell there for a minute if Grady didn't roll his ankle going through that, tried to stop. Because it looked like he was limping there for a minute.
He's walking something off.
Something maybe in his hip?
43-33, Clay Center. Jacobson just got picked off with a screen. Clay Center trying to work it down low. Davies not available. He's bottled up there by Adam Teal. Now they get him on the other side on the block. Couple of dribbles, get stuck there. Now they play it back out. Weller will try a baseline three. It's no good. Ball being poked out. Davies going over into the first row. Saves it to Owen Bailey, who will take the basketball. Up the floor, nearly taken away by Clay Center. Jacobson works his way in the mid lane and buries the jumper. A guarded jumper, and Gannon Jacobson made that thing look smooth as the first points of the half for Southeast of Saline.
And ratchet up the defensive pressure on him.
Down low, Weller trying to turn and score. That ball nearly poked out of there by Jacobson. Ends up with Hammond for a three. That's no good. Weller down low for a putback, no good. Hammond's putback, no good. And finally a foul called on Southeast of Saline. Weston Hammond will go to the free throw line.
Too many purple jerseys standing around watching. Mm-hmm. There's only one person rebounding and everybody else is standing there watching.
Foul will go on Sam Knopf. It is his second. Weston Hammond's first free throw is up and good. He has not missed so far in this game. He's 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He has 16 points.
There's not going to be a lot of good things that happen when you stand around and watch.
Hammond's second free throw also good, 17. Here comes Gannon Jacobson. Started to go towards the middle of the lane. Now he's going to play it back out. Gebhardt has it. Plays it back to Gannon. Gannon has had multiple Tigers on him defensively tonight, but you notice there's always people hanging out in the area, right?
Yeah, and, Clay Center's going to the zone. They're in a zone defense right now.
Here's Teal for three on the left. That's no good. Hammond with the rebound. And here comes Weston Hammond up. Spin move, comes across the timeline, now plays it out to the left. Three-point shot is up and good. That's a dagger for Owen Craig. 12 points now for Owen Craig and a timeout for Southeast of Saline. 4:13 left to go. The biggest lead of the night for Clay Center is right now. It's a 13-point lead and a full timeout. We'll step aside from the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Clay Center. This is Trojan Basketball.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team, just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
48-35, biggest lead of the game for the Tigers of Clay Center. Southeast of Saline has the basketball. Welcome back to Clay County. Clay County Community High School, also known as Clay Center. Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly here watching Southeast of Saline and Clay Center as they go through. Clay Center trying to salvage a split between their two varsity basketball teams, and a palming call, a carry called against Gannon Jacobson. Going through the mental files right now, Kevin, I don't know when the last time was I saw that call.
Yeah, that's one of them calls that kind of been waiting to call the whole game. Somebody said something to him, I'm sure, and he was going to call it, by God.
Francis Flags, he's talking to one of the officials. He may have not seen it for a long time either. Here's Clay Center now with the basketball off of the first turnover of the half for Southeast of Saline. Each team with one turnover. Not a lot of turnovers in this game either. Southeast of Saline has only committed 7. Clay Center only has 6. Down low to Davies. He gets the Trojans pinned on his backside with a big drop step. And then he gets whacked in the head, and he will go to the free throw line and try to complete the three-point play. Anthony Davies now has 6. That's the 4th foul on Gannon Jacobson. Seems like foul trouble has really been a plague for him lately.
I just think he has to do so much, Devin.
And the officials are talking about it now. Maybe it is not Gannon. I couldn't tell you if he was in the area or not. The official coming over, and Francis Flags nods his head approvingly. Of course, Clay Center's coach, Travis Smith, is going to be fired up. He wants Jacobson out of the game. Improves his chances of winning. Adam Teal now will get the foul. That'll be number 3 for him.
And we'll all agree that it was on Teal.
Yeah. 3 on anybody is better than 4 on him.
That's right.
And the free throw is up and good. 7 points now for Anthony Davies. 51-35. It's a 16-point advantage. This Clay Center team has been, as you said, Kevin, in the pregame, a couple of years in the making, right? I remember coming here 2 years ago when this massive senior class now were all sophomores, and it wasn't much basketball. It just looked like a bunch of great athletes out there running around, not doing a whole lot. Southeast of Saline has had really good success with this series. I mentioned last year was 60-35 on the campus of SES, but that was a game that just kind of got away from Clay Center early on as Tanner Schroeder scoops up a loose ball and he goes up and scores. But this is a team now in the NCKL. We talked about their competition and who they play, and they're going to make some noise for a league title this year.
Yeah, and they kind of have it all. They've got really good guards and they've got good size, and they talk, they communicate defensively.
Jacobson with a basket, a nifty move on the left-hand side. He was also fouled, and Gannon now will go to the free throw line and try to complete the three-point play.
And they're deep. I mean, they've got some guys that come off their bench. What are they, 5 deep off their bench?
Got 8 seniors, and they all play.
Yeah.
Cooper Carlin has just come into the game. Gannon Jacobson at the free throw line, waiting on the officials to give him the ball so he can see if he can make this a 3 spot. And he does. 5 points in the quarter, now 20 for the game for Gannon Jacobson. 53-40 is the score. Gannon has been 20 or higher several different times this season already in the first 9 games. His average on the season is 17. Here's a spin move by Weller. He gets inside and a foul down low on Southeast of Saline. Let's go against Carlin.
Cooper.
His first.
And I don't know, defensively for us, we just can't keep anybody in front of us.
Yeah.
We don't communicate. We don't keep anybody in front of us, so we put everybody in a bad spot. But Cooper getting a little playing time here. You get an opportunity. Let's see what you can do.
Weller missed the first, got the second free throw. Isaac Bergeron back into the game for Clay Center. Also Abram Stratton into the game. He played a little bit in the first half, scored. 54-40. Clay Center leading here by 14. Owen Bailey with it. Now to Schroeder. Schroeder hitting Jacobson on the pick. Gannon ran into a Tiger. That might be the only legit offensive foul I've seen all night, and it wasn't called.
It was not called. You are correct. And I think we don't have to settle for threes. Get the ball side to side, get it inside.
Now a hand check foul called on Southeast of Saline, who have exceeded their limit here in the third quarter on fouls. It'll send Owen Craig to the free throw line. So Craig will shoot 2. That foul against Southeast of Saline was on Tiernan Potocik. That is his second.
It seems like on every stoppage of play or every free throw attempt, Clay Center's running 2 or 3 guys in at a time. The last time I think they brought 4 guys in.
Salina Central leading Goddard Eisenhower after the third quarter, 30-19. 2 free throws missed there by Owen Craig. Owen Bailey with it. Also Smoky Valley leading Nickerson at halftime of the boys game, 26-22. El Saline leading Sedgwick, 21-12. Sacred Heart boys leading Ellsworth, 33-19 at the half. Check your Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Southeast with the basketball here. 1.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, 54-42. Owen Bailey with it on the right-hand side. He'll square up now, wants to go to the basket. Dumps it off at the last minute, now he gets it back. We're looking at Jacobson inside. Jacobson had his jersey pulled there for a little bit, then he and Jay Sweller both go down to the ground. And the ball out of bounds, I believe, will stay here with Southeast of Saline.
And this possession here has probably been some of the best offense that we have run from, baseline to baseline and moving it inside now.
Brett Hoffman will come out, back into the game. Brett Hoffman will be in. Owen Craig will check out. Tiernan Potocik floats it way up near the timeline. Gannon Jacobson has it. Jacobson wants to drive. Goes to the left-hand elbow. Little hezzy move. Shot up, won't go. Rebound, Clay Center. Here's a couple of Tigers on a run out. Weller all down by himself. And he is going to be called with a traveling violation. Hell no.
Yeah.
He covered a lot of territory, but I think his steps were legal. But what's the matter with what we think, right?
That's right. Our opinions mean nothing.
Here's Jacobson, a chance to make it 10 and a little teardrop. He does. He continues to score here. And all of a sudden, a 10-point game after being down by 16. 42 seconds left to go. Remember the game at Lions on Tuesday. Southeast captured some momentum at the end of the third and carried that on into the fourth quarter. Got a victory. They were down by 13 in that game. Play center. Holding the basketball here. Clock down to 27. Abram Stratton with it. Gives it up, gets it back. He and Weller playing catch on the right-hand side. Now Weller will take it out. 17 seconds left to go. Weller will launch a long 3. Off the heel, no good. Stratton gets the rebound for Clay Center and a foul on Gannon Jacobson in his fourth. Well, you just can't have that happen with 8 seconds left in the quarter. It's a rebound that's 20 feet away from the basket, and now 4 fouls on Gannon.
Yeah. And I think there, defensively, just everybody watched. Nobody went and rebounded the ball.
Abram Stratton at the free throw line. 2 points in the first half. Both came from the free throw line. This is his third point from the stripe.
And I'm frustrated sitting up here. I can only imagine Coach Flax right now.
Second free throw on the way. Got that one to go as well. He is 4 of 4. 7 seconds left to go. Southeast of Saline, see if they can score. Owen Bailey, he's going to take a guarded 3 near the sideline, and that is going to be no good. 56-44. Clay Center has built a 12-point lead. They will take that lead of a dozen into the fourth quarter. Southeast of Saline basketball here from Clay Center, presented tonight by Assyria Oil and Hardware.
Think about the word precision. Precision is being exact and accurate. Isn't that what you want when it comes to electrical? Precision Electric in Salina brings exact and accurate quality to electrical jobs in central Kansas since 2003. Precision Electric's focus on quality and performance, combined with their experience and dedication, creates a winning set of finished products which saves their customers money. Precision Electrical Contractors is looking for licensed journeyman electricians as well as apprentice electricians. Apply online at pecsalina.com.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Final 8 minutes up on the clock, 56-44. Clay Center leading it here, trying to get a win here on their home floor. They came into this game 6-2, 4-2 in the North Central Kansas League. Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Owen Bailey off to the right-hand side. Tiernan Potocik, they're out there along with Cooper Carlin, Tanner Schroeder, and Isaiah Kerr. 12-point deficit, not impossible. Seen a lot of things go right. There's a right-hand elbow jumper by Owen Bailey. That's no good. Clay Center looked like they traveled after the rebound, but a foul will be called on Isaiah Kerr. It sure looked to me like Cole Platson took that rebound and started to shuffle his feet out of there.
Yep, he did. But I think there for Southeast, Clay Center goes to a 2-3 zone, and we get the right look, but we don't send anybody in to rebound.
Yep. Southeast now, it appears they're going to try a zone of their own. A little 1-2-2 extended look with Owen Bailey at the top and the odd man front. Here's a three-pointer left-hand side by the Tigers. That's no good. Weston Hammond coming crashing in. And a foul will be called here on Weston Hammond. That'll give it back to Southeast of Saline.
Johansson picks up his first of the night, first team foul for the Tigers.
Well, he didn't argue, so.
Yep, 56-44. Remains the score. Gannon Jacobson on the bench right now. He leads the scoring for Southeast. Then all scores with 24 points, but he has 4 fouls. Potocik with it. Now big bounce back to Owen Bailey. Launches a three, and he got it. Owen Bailey on the setup from Tiernan Potocik. Scores his first three-pointer of the night. He has 13 points. Back to a 9-point game. 56-47. Staying in that zone defense. Owen Bailey up top. It's like Clay Center, they are not interested in playing against zone. They're just going to spread it out here and play catch.
Yeah.
If Southeast isn't going to come get them, they're just going to run the clock out. Hammond with it. Bounces it off inside. Bergeron now back outside. Platson for three. Got it to go. Cole Platson. His first varsity game of the season. Coming back into action Tuesday against Rock Creek, he had 7. That's his first basket here tonight. Now Tiernan Potocik hits the deck, and a traveling violation will be whistled against Tiernan.
And that's the problem with playing zone. You do have, if somebody penetrates or the ball gets moved correctly, you do leave some shooters open at times. And if you want to get a team out of zone, just hit a bunch of threes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Gannon Jacobson back in. Adam Teal will come along with him. They'll join Tiernan Potocik, Isaiah Kerr, and Owen Bailey. 59-47. Clay Center very patient. That shows the veteran flavor this team has. They knew that was a zone. They knew they had a double-digit lead. They knew they didn't have to do much about it. Brett Hoffman with it. Of course, this type of situation here is also the type of situation where I believe shot clock is going to be mandatory coming tonight, or today. This year, is kind of a buffer where it was optional. Some leagues did it. Some teams did it. It will not be at the postseason, and I think until you make it mandatory at the postseason, a lot of schools will just avoid it.
Yeah. Well, and was it 5A, 6A that had the option to do it, but no one else really did, or were there some?
Ark Valley Chisholm Trail put it in as a league. It was mandatory as a league, from what I understand. And like anything, when you look from large school to small school and you look at the numbers of people that did install it as Owen Bailey, it's a 3. The numbers decrease grossly from big school to small school, which is understandable. But I just think for the sake of the game and for the way the game should be played, it's something that needs to be instituted.
Yeah, because it takes away from the stalling and just there's no flow to the game. There's no offensive being ran.
3-pointer there by Brett Hoffman. Puts it back to a 12-point lead for the Tigers. Now a steal by Platson. Up the floor to Hoffman. He's going to be fouled by Bailey. They'll present the basket, but Hoffman will go to the free throw line. Brett Hoffman has come off the bench here in this game. He's hit 2 3-pointers, and each time Southeast of Saline had it down to 9. Clay Center hit a 3 and put it back to 12. At halftime, El Saline's boys leading Sedgwick 37-12. Also, a final in the NCAA. Republic County's girls beat Lyons 42-36. So not only did Republic County snap one of the state's largest losing streaks, now they have 2 wins this season. Both free throws good for Brett Hoffman.
Well, and back to the shot clock, I think it changes the high school game a ton, and I think it gets more entertaining actually.
Absolutely. There's a foul on Hoffman, as he was tangled up that time with Tiernan Potacek. 64-50 our score. Clay Center leading by 14. Southeast with the basketball. You have to be consistent, though, right? I mean, you go to a mixer tournament, so to speak, like Sterling is, where you have a team from 2A, you have teams from 3A, you have teams from 4A in there, and all of a sudden there's a shot clock, and the teams coming in, some of them are seeing that for the first time this season, which could easily be done on the guys' side because the shot clocks are already there for Sterling College. You know, I don't know. You have to be consistent across the board.
Yeah. So is that something they're talking that's going to be implemented next year for sure? Do they know yet?
It is in the lap of Acacia, so your guess is as good as mine, my friend. I don't get the volunteer thing. You can do it, but you don't have to. Why? Either you do or you don't.
Yeah.
There's a pass inside. Bergeron missed the bunny. He ran over Tiernan Potacek, and a block called on Potacek. So Tiernan Potacek will get his third, and Isaac Bergeron will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. He's 2 for 2 from the stripe here in this game with 4 points.
The frustrating part, if you're a coach or fan, is that, well, what does he need to do? He's in great position. He takes the charge because it's been so inconsistent.
Yep.
Because, you know, the refs, they'll tell you, you take a charge, say, hey, you were moving, or hey, you were doing this. There's no communication at all. So what is it? What did I not do right this time?
First free throw good by Bergeron. Second one on the way. That one's going to roll off. That's his first miss, as he is now 3 of 4. Jacobson has a pass stolen. He's trying to go cross court, but Potacek's going to save it for him, and then Tiernan will absorb a foul as Clay Center came crashing into him. That'll be the 5th team foul for Clay Center. Tiernan Potacek should be shooting 2 here. And it is the 4th foul on Weston Hammond. 65-52, 3:56 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Tiernan at the free throw line. 2 free throws coming up for him, and he buries the first.
Clay Center just kept us at an arm's length.
Yep.
It seems like the whole night. 9, 7.
Here in the second half, it's been 9.
Yep, just can't seem to break and get more, 2 buckets in a row. We'll get 1, but then we'll give up 2, and then we'll get 1, and we just kind of trade for a while.
Potacek makes both of his free throws. Ball on the floor now. Southeast of Salina is pressing. And Clay Center is going to call a timeout with the ball on the floor. 3:53 left to go. It's a full timeout called by the Tigers. Clay Center has an 11-point lead, 65-54. Clay Center and Southeast of Saline Basketball brought to you tonight on SalinaPost.com and right here on KINA by Acerio Oil and Hardware.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
Suit up for your next Southeast of Saline game day with Trojan gear from CopyCo. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more available off the rack or customized. At CopyCo, they offer all the printing and custom apparel you need at the prices and fast turnaround you've come to expect over the last 30 years as your local hometown print shop. Whether you're a diehard Trojan fan, a coach planning the next big event, or a business looking to sponsor the team, they've got everything you need to show your Southeast of Saline spirit. CopyCo, more than just a copy center, a proud sponsor of Southeast of Saline.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Inside 4 minutes left to go, 65-54. Back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly. Watching Clay Center and Southeast of Saline. Live stream video on SalinaPost.com, presented by Acerio Oil and Hardware. Clay Center, I'm sure they're just going to open it up right now, Kevin. They got an 11-point lead. They have Southeast of Saline up against the ropes here. Looks like they're just going to play a big old fun game of hot potato keep away.
And this is kind of going back to the shot clock situation, right?
Yep.
I mean, this is the stuff that it stops because this isn't basketball. It's just keep away, just dribble here, dribble there. And it's going to make the game. You're going to have to play a full game.
Boy, got away with a travel there. They continue to work through. I'll give you a Bennington State Bank scoreboard update while we watch Clay Center play keep away. There's a big game in the NCKL tonight on the boys' side. Abilene came in ranked 8th in Class 4A. Concordia came in ranked 5th in Class 4A. And at halftime, the Cowboys lead 41-21. So Abilene tonight not messing around. Here's Patochik on a three after Southeast was able to get it away from Clay Center. That ball missed from the corner, and Clay Center has it back. Tigers walking it up now. They cross the logo here at center court. 2:33 left to go. A reminder, the high school basketball scoreboard show is tonight. As Clay Center misses a layup, then the putback attempt by Anthony Davies is no good. He was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. From 10 until 11 o'clock, a full hour of scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas. Eric Peterson will take you around the state. As some midseason tournaments started, a lot of them will get going next week, including the Sterling tournament that involves Southeast of Saline, the SIT, the other SIT in Salina, the Salina Invitational Tournament, of course, Salina South, Salina Central, Abilene, all involved in that.
Now, I don't know. I haven't heard. Do they still play that at the Buy Center?
No, they scatter it around. It is South, it is Central, and it is Maybe Arena on the campus of Kansas Wesleyan.
Okay.
Here's Gannon Jacobson. Nifty little reverse layup gives him 26 points. He is one off of his career high, and another full timeout. We'll step aside. 2:15 left to go. It's a 10-point Clay Center lead here in Clay Center on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity, you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
10-point game. Southeast of Saline has had 2, 3, 4 short-term comebacks. They've got it to within 9 a couple of different times. Both times they did that. Clay Center was able to hit a three-pointer and get it back to 12. Right now it's a 10-point game, and a takeaway from Gannon Jacobson. Up the floor to Owen Bailey. Bailey all the way to the cup will score. Now it's 8. Closest it's been since the first half, halftime, when it's 41-33. 8 points in this quarter from Owen Bailey. That turnover from Clay Center is their 8th of the game. Weller now holding it on the right-hand side. 66-58 is our score. 1:44 left to go here in this one. Keep it tuned in post-game. We'll go over final numbers for you. We'll also have a Vernon Jewelers gym of the game as Jace Weller is wide open on the backside. Clay Center able to find him, and he scores. He now has 11. 90 seconds left to go. Bailey, long three, got it to go. Owen Bailey now with 11 points in the quarter, 21 for the game.
And I was just going to say right before that, and that's Gannon picking up his 5th foul.
Gannon trying to deflect that pass at half court, came down and landed on Owen Craig, and Gannon Jacobson has just fouled out with 26.
No, the point I was going to make, Devin, is that sometimes when you stall your offense and you just try to play keep away, you kind of end up getting lethargic offensively, and but there you see they've rebounded very well.
Can I give you a great example of that?
Yeah.
Smoky Valley girls earlier this season against Southeast of Saline. They went to that stall, I thought, way too early and ended up losing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Momentum is a thing.
Yeah. And when you got it, you want to keep it. So you keep your foot on the gas pedal and you go.
Yeah, I don't understand sometimes the thinking of being aggressive on offense, building that double-digit lead, and then going away from what got you there.
Yeah, to me it makes no sense. I don't understand why teams do it. Now, when there's 2 minutes to go and you're up 20, yeah, we all get that. We all understand it. But
Sure.
Abilene, I think it was, 6 or 7 minutes left to go.
Oh, it was way early.
I mean, it was
way early. There's a scrum for the rebound as everybody races over to the corner. Sam Knopf saves it off a Tiger, and it will stay here with Clay Center. 70-61, inside of a minute left to go. Southeast of Saline will have an interesting opening matchup as they come away empty on this possession. An interesting opening matchup at the Sterling tournament. At the time of seeding of the tournament, they drew the 5 seed. Hugoton drew the 4 seed. So that'll be the first game of the tournament for Southeast of Saline. And that'll come up on Tuesday. Those games, by the way, will be 2 separate broadcasts. They'll be really spread out, with the Southeast of Saline boys and Hugoton starting at 3 o'clock, and the Southeast girls and Sterling girls playing at 7:30. 2 free throws up and good there for Owen Craig. Back to an 11-point lead. Clay Center now looking like they're going to notch their 7th win of the season. They will finish the night with the same record as their girls, who lost 2 this week. You know, the Sterling tournament, Kev, is always fun. There's been some really good teams from Southeast of Saline go there. Never won. Never won the tournament. Can you believe that?
No, I absolutely can.
I know that's a fact, and I can't believe it sometimes.
I remember when Cason was a senior going there to that tournament. We thought we would win it, and we ended up getting upset. And then we just didn't play well.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a curse in that gym or whatnot, but there's games that we look really good and games that we look like we've never played basketball before.
Yeah. This year, we're in a 30-second timeout for Southeast. This year, the tournament is, I don't want to say less hectic, but it is more condensed. Instead of maybe possibly going there Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, it is opening now on Tuesday and just having 3 days of action on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Scheduled, of course, weather pending. So, like we said, opening day, we avoided a conflict. Of course, all the boys' games are at Sterling College. All the girls' games early on are over at the high school. So far, the conflict in the first round was avoided.
And, with this team, maybe the expectations for everybody else that's in the tournament isn't near as much. And so we go in there and we get a few wins.
Yeah, Francis Flax and I talked about that a little bit earlier in the week. Anytime, Bryson and I talked about this a lot too. Anytime you go to a tournament that has a pretty good field like that, you want to come out 2-1, right? You want to win that first game, obviously, to give you a chance at the top 4, and get better competition, obviously, too.
And I think this team is, these teams that we're losing to, in the past, we've beat them pretty handily, and I think they haven't forgot that.
Yep.
So they're going to continue to put their gas down and go. They're not going to let off for us.
I agree with that. Final score 72-63. Clay Center gets the victory. They move to 7-2 on the season. Southeast of Saline goes to 3-6. When we come back on the postgame report, we will talk to Francis Flax. We'll have final numbers for you and a Vernon Jewelers gem of the game. It's all coming up. When we come back, postgame show brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers begins now after a split between Southeast of Saline and Clay Center. Southeast girls win, Clay Center boys wins. Postgame begins now here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers, Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back here to Clay Center one last time from the Equity Bank broadcast booth. 72-63, the final score. Clay Center gets their 7th win of the season. Southeast of Saline goes to 3-6 now with the Sterling tournament setting on the doorstep after a weekend. Starting play on that on Tuesday. Southeast of Saline will take on Hugoton in the first round. Let's go over this one here with the head coach, Francis Flax. Get the loss here in this game. And boy, this was just, you had a bad spell in this game, coach. You got down by double digits and you kept pushing, kept getting it back to 9. That seemed like it was the magic number, and down by 9 twice, and then Clay Center would come down, hit a 3, make it 12 again. That was tough to get by. What were your thoughts on this one?
Well, they've got a nice ball club, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
They have a lot of weapons. They don't rely on 2 or 3 guys to score. They've got about 6 guys that can score, and they just keep running at you with pressure. However, I wrote on the board before the game several things, but one of them was, let's take a step forward. And I think we took a step forward tonight, even with a 9-point loss.
Yeah, obviously your two leading scorers, they get the job done too. There were some lapses in rebounding that got you guys in a little bit of foul trouble, though, right? You give the team so many chances to score, something's going to happen, and most of the time it's usually a foul.
Yeah, and we talked to them, in the first quarter, we got almost every rebound. And then in the second quarter, we quit rebounding and started fouling because we were right under the bucket, and that hurts. But, we just got to find another person that can be consistent with scoring. Yeah. That's where it lies right now. But I'm proud of the guys. I mean, we defended pretty well. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have played more zone tonight. We played it a couple possessions, and then, of course, they held the ball, so didn't give us a chance to see anything. So
the conversation came up. I'm sure you already know what was said during the broadcast about the shot clock and things like that.
Yeah.
But it is one of those things that you come in here. It's really, as far as league goes, as far as the grand scope of the season, it was kind of just a game, roll the ball out and see what happens. And then you take this experience and you go to the Sterling tournament next week. Hugoton coming up on Tuesday. Hugoton's record can always be a little misleading. We know the types of teams that they play out in western Kansas. That'll be a fun game coming up on Tuesday. We will see you in Sterling. Have a good weekend.
That'll be perfect. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Coach. Francis Flax, head coach of the Southeast Trojans. His guys tonight get beat by Clay Center 72-63. Let's go over final numbers for you. Brought to you by the Bank at Teskett. Gannon Jacobson led all scores with 26. Owen Bailey with 21. 7 for Tiernan Potachik. 3 for Sam Knopf, 2 for Adam Teal, and 2 for Caden Perry. For Clay Center, 17 points tonight for Weston Hammond, also in double digits. Owen Craig with 14, 11 for Jace Weller, 8 for Anthony Davies, 8 off the bench for Brett Hoffman, 5 for Isaac Bergeron, 4 for Abram Stratton on all free throws, and 3 for Cole Pladson. Turnovers were even at 8 apiece. Southeast of Saline, 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Clay Center, 20 of 26. Final score, 72-63. Clay Center wins it here against Southeast of Saline. In the girls' contest, Southeast of Saline was able to get that victory in upset fashion over the Lady Tigers, 54-16. Kaya Samuelson, the freshman, tied a career high of 16 points. 16 points also for Abba Pearson. Southeast of Saline splits here on the road at Clay Center. As I said, next action of Southeast of Saline basketball will come your way on Tuesday. We'll have games from the Sterling tournament Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday all next week. It'll open at 3 o'clock on Tuesday with Southeast of Saline's boys taking on Hugoton. At 7:30 on Tuesday, Southeast of Saline's girls will take on Sterling. Friendly reminder, the high school basketball scoreboard show comes your way tonight starting at 10 o'clock. From 10 until 11 o'clock, scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas. Also, Kansas City Chiefs football. Don't forget it's a Saturday game and a 2 o'clock pregame along the Chiefs radio network in preparation for a 3:30 kickoff. Chiefs at Arrowhead to take on the Houston Texans in the division round. Winner will go to the AFC Championship. For Chris Cadle, producing and engineering back at the KINA studios. Also Brian Dennett here providing that live stream video tonight that you can watch on demand anytime on YouTube at Salina Post Sports. I want to thank Assyria Oil and Hardware for helping us bring you those games on video tonight and also here on KINA. With the help of Tyler Smith and Kevin Lilly, my name is Devin Haney. Wishing you a warm weekend. Bundle up. It's going to get cold outside, kids. We will see you Tuesday from Sterling with more Trojan basketball right here on KINA.